over here.
Yes, we are on the right screen.
Yes.
Oh goodness.
Let me check.
Okay, wait.
Is it
Hi,
okay?
Orbeez. I hope everyone can hear and see everyone. Please let me know if you cannot.
Yeah, how's the volume? Is the volume okay?
Can we do
I
a
hope?
quick volume check for anyone who's watching the stream right now?
Yes.
Could you type in any chat if our
Yeah.
volumes are okay?
Volume check
Oh,
also.
actually,
Can,
for all 4 of our
can I hear
streams.
myself?
Yeah, everyone needs to. Yeah, everyone's stream needs some sort of audio confirmation right now, please.
Okay, I can hear me.
Thank you,
Everyone
Donna.
report. Okay,
One
I
of my
think
chat
volume
says it
is
sounds
good on
good.
my end.
Yeah,
Okay,
volume's
yeah.
good on mine too.
It's all right. Okay. Audio check.
Excellent.
It's okay.
Yay.
So,
Yeah.
this is the Trolley Problem stream. Hello, my name is Karas Ufanor. I'm the first and last philosopher VTuber, the last librarian of Alexandria, and today I have enlisted some help from 3 scientists in order to uncover not what people should do in a trolley problem, because that I knew for sure. That was what I spent all this time studying. I know what people should do, but what would people actually do? Now that's something that I thought I would need a little bit of help on. And so here I have with me 3 people. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Yes. Who's first? Oh.
That's a great question.
How do we Karis, can you popcorn just call someone?
Mylon,
Wait,
who
Karis,
are you?
we should go alphabetical order. We should go alphabetical order.
Okay, so who goes then? Is that
Wait, you go first. You go
so,
first.
So I went first. Yeah. Okay. So that's Millennium. Millennium, who are you?
Hi, I'm Millennium, Isekai'd Mask Knight Empress Scientist, and today we are doing trolley problems with my friends. Hello, Karis, Mylon, and Z. And yeah, what do I do in life? It's Pokemon, Tekken, and Genshin so far off the top of my head, and I really hope that I can get Novelet, Varka, and Flints very soon. He's coming up in a few days, and the Primo Gems hunt has been a grind. Next.
Oh, that's me. Shoot. Hi, everybody. I am Mylon Akamon. I am a psychology VTuber, and I also talk about statistics sometimes. And then on Twitch, I do gaming, like Minecraft and Uma Musume mostly.
All right. Speeding at sea, it's me, Z. Hello, I am an astrophysics, physics, aerospace, whatever, VTuber. I like to talk about astrophysics research, but also have deep existential crises on the trolley problem, which is why we're here today. Thank you all so much for joining, and hello to all the Orbeez. And thank you, Kami, for becoming a member.
Hello. Thank yous. So we're here, and we are about to conquer not just the philosophy of the trolley problem, but maybe the psychology as well. As we know, the trolley problem started as a philosophical thought experiment, but has since then evolved into this general introduction to ethics, if you will, sometimes, but also just an interesting thought experiment itself for the realm of psychology. And I was wondering if you guys, because I think most people know why I would care, because I'm like a philosophy major. But I'm wondering if anyone here has any interesting takes on like the trolley problem.
Wait, go first.
Okay. So hi. One of the things that I studied in grad school and that I was in a lab, I was raised in a lab that studied moral psychology, which is the psychology of where morality comes from, why different people have different moral beliefs, and how morality varies over time and across cultures. And for a long time, especially in early moral psychology, the trolley problem was used as a measure of moral judgments. So that's my thing.
Huh, that's really interesting.
You want to go first, C? I can go after you.
Yeah, I was just going to say that Millennium and I previously collabed on the trolley problem, so that was a lot of fun.
Are you ready for this one,
I'm glad that we're running this back.
Yes. I remember that one.
Do you think your experience would Sorry, you go.
No, sorry. I remember that one because we had beef with Mr. Calculator, was it, and a couple of the philosophers there. So we were like,
yeah.
"Oh, this would be so funny to try with a gang." So I'm glad that we're doing it again, and I am a big fan of the meme that Mylan drew because Karis was the one doing the lever, and I was like, I fully believe in Karis's ability to make the train swerve so that all of us are taken at the same time.
Very short stream. Very
Yeah.
short stream.
I was like, that is the answer.
It's
Only
true.
a philosopher could do that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh. Okay, so quick sort of like I guess introduction of the format for the rest of the stream, right? What we're gonna do is I'm gonna run through several of these absurd trolley problems, and the website is just like I think if you just Google absurd trolley problems, you'll find it. It's like a web-based game. It's free on like neil.fun or something. And there are, I believe, almost 30 questions, just a bit shy of 30. But we're gonna go through those questions and we're gonna get, I want to say 2 minutes each to decide not what we should do, but what people would do. And then once we make that decision, once we pull the lever or don't pull the lever, we then sort of discuss what we think, we'll react to the statistics. So a statistic will come up to show like what people actually and how many people chose which option, and then we can maybe not debate, but like discuss what we think, if that makes sense, or if people are if we want to roast anyone for making the objectively wrong choice, we can as well. But that kind of takes place like after the initial bit, and we've got like a timer on the initial bit because the trolley is barreling down the track. It's going really quick. It is going so fast, and that's how it runs. That's how it runs people over. So I want to say that we'll have about 2 minutes per question. Does that seem to make sense to everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Fantastic. Someone's asking, do you think we will see any dual track drifting today? No, because you have to, the spirit of the problem is you have to pick one. Dual track drifting is great, but we probably wouldn't be able to do that in the trolley problem itself.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
So one of my chats said the whole stream is going to be just, sorry you go first for everyone except Karis.
I mean, you're right.
No, I'm also polite. Sorry. Anyways, are we
You're the
ready
one with
for
the
the
lever.
first one? That's true. I think I am the one on the lever. That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
Okay. The first question I think begins right now. We've got 2 minutes. Does this timer work? Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing one person instead. What do you do?
I think.
Okay, so this is what people in general would do, right?
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. My literary skills suck. So like you pull the lever to kill one person.
Yes.
That's
And you
think
do
they will.
nothing.
I think they'll pull the lever because of the
Yeah.
count. It's 1 versus 5. I think that's the first thing they'll think. But if most
Mhm.
humans are psychotic, then not pulling the lever, the more the merrier? Question mark.
So my question is, when we say most people, what part of the world are we talking about?
I think we're talking about people who would have access to and have the interest to boot up their computers and then go on this website and like play this particular version of the game and
Okay,
cast
so-
their votes in here.
So I have
Mm.
data. I have a large
Oh.
multinational study from 2020.
Ooh.
What?
Specifically in Oceania, the Americas, and Europe. By far the most popular choice is to indeed pull the lever, and about many parts of Asia as well. So
Wait, where are you getting this
Oh.
data from?
It's a study from 2020. Awad, D'Souza, Sharif, Rahan, and Bonifan.
What? This is crazy. The
I like
stats
that.
credibility right there for real.
I like that. So yeah,
What do people
pull,
say then?
Pull the lever.
They all say pull the lever.
because it's
Pretty much everyone, yeah.
1v5.
Yeah, one
Oh,
person.
Okay. Because I think someone who has never seen any of the other variations would just say, yeah, pull the lever, that's easy. But someone who would
Yes.
go on this website and play the trolley problem game might be familiar with the other thought experiments and thus maybe want to be consistent in their not pulling of it to justify their decisions later. But we have 5 seconds left, so we're going to pull the lever.
All right.
I mean, you're true.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Hey!
Hey.
Replication! We have replicated the 2020 study.
Yay!
73% of people agreed with us
Wow.
out of 18 million votes.
Mhm.
That's
Does that make sense?
3/4.
That's pretty
yes.
consistent with the data.
18 million though?
Mm-mm.
Does that mean 18 million played this game? Just to make sure?
Yeah.
I mean, it could
I
be
think
some
so.
people playing the same game multiple times, right?
That's true.
Mm-hmm. That's valid.
That could exist.
Let's see.
Mm.
I'm nervous. I don't have the data for. I have data for some more variations, but probably
Okay.
not all of them.
So we
Wait,
know the
so-
first one, and that's all we had. Yeah.
Wait, I have a question for Mylan.
Yeah.
So is this like an actual research
It's-
paper done on the
yeah.
trolley problem?
Yes.
What?
Like
You
I
have
told
to
you,
send
moral
it to me
psychology has been
afterwards.
using this.
How do they? Is it like a questionnaire where they're like, "Would you pull the lever?" Or
Yeah,
what is it?
yeah.
What's the setup? I see.
It's basically this image. Would you pull the lever?
Did they
I
explain?
know there's this like YouTube video called like from Vsauce where he like got people to actually sit in front of what they thought was a real life trolley problem. Yeah, and
Oh
it's so
my
interesting. It's like it's an episode of Mindfield and it's on YouTube. You can just watch it. I think it's free. Where he basically he convinces people that there is actually a trolley or a train barreling down a track and like puts them in that situation where they do have to make that decision, not to see what they would say they would do, but what they would actually do.
Yeah,
And,
I think
it was a
that's
limited
different
study,
thing.
obviously, but yeah.
Like the
Mm.
hypothetical
meant-
problem and then actually being in that situation, I think are different.
Yeah,
Mm.
somebody also mentioned in chat about like you actually pulling the lever means you're like committing an action versus not doing anything makes you feel like you're not doing anything.
Yes. There's
Even
Yeah.
though like the consequences are the same, like whether you pull like the decision to do nothing is also a decision, but if you're there physically in the moment, it might not feel like you're doing anything.
Yeah, like pulling the levers, you have taken an action that led to the death of someone who would not have died otherwise.
that one someone also brought it up because like they do nothing because pulling would make you a criminal. But then I was about to say, but if I don't pull the lever, then that would still mean in a way that my conscious decision of not pulling the lever would lead to the deaths of the 5 people. So I'm like, okay, both is a choice in a way. So that's why I was like, might as well lessen the consequences of such choice. I don't know. That's how I was thinking about it.
Mm.
And plus, I switched my Fugi into the funny one. So
The curse one.
yes, halfway through,
I wasn't sure.
yeah, I switched it halfway. I was like, I can't. I
I had to
was
like check.
Okay.
for like 2 minutes. It was prim and proper, but I needed to use the funny one after.
Okay.
Lighten the mood.
So we are familiar with the original trolley problem, and I think from henceforth, like we had not just the 2 minutes, but really we had all the time since we were introduced to it to think about it. From henceforth, we were only going to get 2 minutes to see each problem, and some of them, a lot of them, probably hopefully for all of us, are going to be new problems, and I think that would make things less data backed and confident and more panicky.
Mylan, don't pull citations.
Without further ado, question 2.
Next.
Oh no, a trolley's heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 4 people instead. What do you do?
I'm still pulling.
I don't have data.
But the humans. I think.
I
most
mean this
would
is like the
still
same as the
pull.
previous one.
Yeah, it's still fewer
Yeah.
over at the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Mhm.
still pulled the lever, but the percentages are going to be a little less even or a little less extreme than the
Maybe
last one.
like
Yeah.
60%. Earlier it was 73%, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Do you think
most...
less? So do you think most people would still pull the lever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the percentage would decrease though?
Yes. Yes. By at least 20%,
Ooh,
I think.
20%. Okay.
That's what
okay.
my guts is saying.
So that would be 53% because it was 73%, I think, for the last one. Was it 73 or 83?
Yeah,
Mm.
I think it'll be
73.
closer.
I think the percentage is gonna be
Mm.
less for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It would
But
be
you would, but we
funny.
would still be pull the lever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be
Okay.
funnier if it like went above 73 and I'm like, whoa. Interesting.
That would be unexpected. Yeah.
Like I'd live
More
among
people
these
this time.
people.
Yes. I also think this question might prime the next people who are doing the
Ooh.
next question to be more inclined to switch their position because now they're thinking, oh,
Hmm.
maybe pulling the lever is not going to be as attractive anymore, and they're more primed to make that switch. Maybe.
Potentially. There is
Oh.
also a cognitive bias where people want to be consistent, though. So,
Mm.
So since they've
Mm.
pulled already, might as well pull again now. But it
yeah.
would be interesting if it was switched, like the 1v5
Okay.
versus 5v1.
Yeah.
Pulling
Yeah.
Pull
the
the
lever.
lever.
Oh, there it goes.
There we go. Oh, it decreased.
Ah!
68%.
By only like
It didn't drop that.
5.
It dropped, but not by that much.
A
Yeah.
little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Oh. What if it were like 4.5? I don't, never mind. I don't know why I said that. What would half a person be?
Multi-draft.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry.
You can't have half a person.
Whoa.
It's just
The
funny to
mo-
me because that's an example I use in my stats class. You cannot have a fraction of a person.
Multi-track drifting.
If anyone reads a paper like that says you can't have a person and thinks, what? Who would say that? Who would think that there could be half a person? Now you have a reference point, I suppose.
Yeah.
Now you know who would suggest half a person being on the other track as well.
The philosopher.
Oh my god, it's point fingers.
The philosopher.
See, what we do is we do a regression model that pretends like it's a continuous variable and can predict at half a person.
Does that mean that there could be like irrational number fractions of people if it's a continuum?
But will they?
That would be me. I'm feeling like that today.
You're feeling a little bit of a
Rational.
half today. I'm only a quarter of myself right now. So-
Oh,
Okay. Next. A trolley is heading
Oh.
towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, but then your life
Oh.
savings will be destroyed. What do you do?
No. Okay.
Oh no.
What I think people would do. They won't.
Yeah.
I think people would destroy the life savings.
I think
Because
we need
I
to think
think
about
5 people's a
demographics
lot.
again. Like if we consider that it's mostly Gen Z and millennials who are doing this, what
Yeah.
life savings? If I just
That is true.
I think there's an ad in my head. What if they'll choose to kill the 5 people and keep the money, or they'll choose to like hit the life savings, but like every day or every other day they'll get some money from the 5 that they saved. They're like, I saved you. Now help me
soliciting
live.
blackmail?
You like gaslight them or
Yeah.
You walk up to the 5 people and go, "You listen, you understand that my life savings are on the line here, right? You're gonna have to
Yeah.
compensate for that."
That one. I'm like, okay, given how it's millennials or Gen Z, same as the earlier someone brought up the what life savings. Now, even if that was like a few bucks, that's still technically the remaining savings, and now it's gone. So they blackmail the rest. So it stocks.
And we
Wait, does that mean that it would actually be more financially successful if you tie more people to the track?
Exactly.
Because you have more people to blackmail?
Yes.
This is like the most screwed up
Yeah,
MLM I've ever heard of.
That's such a big brain idea. And someone brought up, what if your life savings were primo gems? Now that's that's the kind of thing you tie 10 people over there.
Not my gotcha funds.
Not my gotcha funds. Yeah, so
Oh,
tie
no.
10 people and then blackmail them for the rest of their life. So
Okay,
it
would
works.
people pull the lever? Would they do it? Would they pull the lever?
Yes.
I think they would.
I think yes
they
too.
would.
Yeah.
I think yes with the blackmail clause. Yeah.
Yes.
The blackmail
That's
clause is yes.
important.
With
Let's
the
do it.
blackmail
Wait,
clause?
are we bringing it?
57 agree.
Wait!
57% agree.
Yeah, they kind of
We're
hesitated.
still right.
Yeah, they kind of hesitated because it's humans versus money, but then they
Mm-hmm.
realized that it's more of an investment to keep the humans. See?
And
Stocks.
it's also
Mm.
tricky because like human beings tend to place more value on things that we own. So they're not
Yes.
seeing their life savings. They're seeing something more than their life savings because it's their money. But
Yes.
Right.
also, yeah, like
All the
Oh.
time spent
Mhm.
earning it or saving it or not buying another Starbucks drink. So,
yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mm. So we've got a pulse on we've got a finger on the pulse of society so far still. We've tended
Yes.
towards the correct decision.
Yeah.
Although now it seems like it's getting closer and closer and the problems are getting
Mhm.
trickier. I will admit I've not seen this version of the problem before, the your life savings problem. I've seen like a certain amount of money, but I've not seen like your own life savings. So I think that's interesting.
Mhm.
I see.
Ooh. Okay, are we ready? Let's do the next one. All right,
Yes.
okay. A trolley is headed towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sacrificing yourself instead. What do you do?
Do I isekai back?
Oh no, I don't have data.
Well,
The real question.
whoa. Okay, so
I don't think they're gonna pull the lever. I don't think they're gonna pull the lever.
I
I
don't
think
Wait,
people are selfish too, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is a tough one.
how
It
can
is a tough one.
how can one pull the lever if they're tied with their mouths? Like,
Well, it's like kind
With
of
your
like,
head, just hit it with your head.
Like bonk it.
Yeah, just honk.
Hmm.
Mm.
What would society do? Okay, let me see.
I just think like 5 people is a lot. So I feel like some people might pull the lever, but I feel like self-preservation is also such a strong
Yeah.
concept.
I think
That and also you're pulling the lever to end your
to
life.
end that one. Thank you.
Like you're taking action. Whereas if it's inaction,
Yes.
the other people died.
Mhm.
But also you're also a victim here because you're also tied to the track.
There's
Mm.
also the part where what's that called? The survivor guilt. So it's either the self-preservation
yeah.
versus survival guilt
Oh.
playing a part. And there's also the part if it was switched. Right now it's 5 and 1, but what if it was 1 and 5? So that's where the inaction and like might as well, okay, it's saving the other people. But right now you have to consciously flip the leather, sorry, what's the lever?
The lever.
Yeah, you have to flip the lever so that your life is like decide
Yeah.
self-preservation.
Oh, I can't decide.
I'm going for
Well, we're
self-preservation.
deciding for other people, not for us.
I
Right?
think people
Oh,
are
that's
selfish.
society.
I think
Yeah,
people
I
are
think
selfish.
people,
What do we
people
think?
would go on
People
the
are selfish, yeah.
self-preservation route.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
We do nothing.
Right.
Oh,
Oh. We were
Yeah.
right
Wait,
again.
it's
How
the
come?
self-preservation.
63%.
Yes.
63%.
That was not
Would you
as
guys-
split as I thought it'd
Yeah,
be.
they would preserve
Yeah.
their self, feel a tad bit guilty, but then live on for the 4 or 5 people that they eliminated.
Would you guys
Eh.
pull the lever?
Ooh. Is it a YN situation?
You're asking me about mental health.
There are some people in my chat that are like, yes, absolutely. And I think they're a little too eager on that. Like, you got to think about that a little bit, right?
I'm gonna refrain from answering this question.
Yeah.
Some of the orgies are like, I can't, like, because I think what you also said about like pulling the lever is like doing an action yourself.
Yes.
Mm.
Mhm.
Would it be very different if it were the other way? You were on the other side of the track where if you did nothing, you would die. But if you pulled the lever, the other 5 people would die.
But I think in that case, your action is leading to self-preservation.
Mm.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I
Maybe.
think that
Yeah.
might be different.
Yeah.
It's really the self-preservation part playing a role in that part.
Mhm.
Zilla in chat was like, if I'm going to be Isekai'd, then yes.
Yeah, imagine now.
You don't know that.
You have to believe and be delusional. It will work if you just believe in it.
Delulu is Delulu.
Exactly.
Because if you preserve yourself, you also have to live with the guilt of having murdered 5 people.
But then if you isekai, then your memories are erased. What if?
No, you're making a lot of assumptions about what genre of isekai we're in.
The Lulu.
Like, you might not isekai as the main hero. You could be just like an
Yeah, yeah,
enemy, like a level
are
1
we talking
enemy.
about like Kumo Deska, where the entire class gets isekai'd and some of them just end up being like canon father? Is that also okay? I'm getting off track. But
This is a tough one. All right, let's steer back on track and let's head
Right.
to the
on
next level.
track. Oh god.
Yes.
Oh god.
Question 5. A trolley is headed towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, but then the original copy of the Mona Lisa will be destroyed. What do you do?
Destroy the Mona Lisa.
Destroy the Mona
Destroy the
Lisa.
Mona Lisa.
Same.
Easy.
Do we?
We don't need to wait for 2 minutes.
Okay,
The-
wait, no, that's what we would do, but is that what we think people would do
Yeah.
as well?
That's
I
a great
think so.
question.
It's
Oh,
just
I have a
painting.
question. What if, this is very theoretical. If they keep the Mona Lisa, will you be able to get it for will they think that they'll get it for themselves and that way they can sell it? Mhm.
I don't.
Or another
I
thing
don't
is
think so,
like
right?
the amount of profit that the Louvre gets from the Mona Lisa every year, would that be lost? But I think people would go regardless of the Mona Lisa being there or not. If anything, the Mona Lisa being run over by the trolley might be an intriguing story that could lead to more profit for the Louvre.
Ooh.
They oh
They could display the run over Mona Lisa.
Ah.
Oh,
and that's history. That's a part of history. Yeah,
Yeah, that's some like
Ooh.
Banksy type thing. Yeah.
hit the Mona Lisa. It's more publicity. Any publicity is publicity.
I feel like we're way too on board with this idea.
I mean, there's other copies of the Mona Lisa, like Da Vinci's students or whatever made their own versions of it. There's like, and I guess they don't have the same fame, but like, it's not like we have plenty of reproductions of the image. We're not. It's amazing it's lasted this long.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
Yeah,
time
you
for
can
it to
find the
go.
Mona Lisa on Google.
it's
Yeah.
probably been restored multiple times. So, Ship of Theseus, is it even still the same Mona Lisa that it used to be?
Conspiracy theory. Is that the original
None of us are art
copy?
majors, I think. This was probably the easiest decision we've made so far.
Yeah.
We absolutely destroy the Mona Lisa.
Wow, the
74.
74%.
74, yeah.
I'm very interested in the 26% of people who are willing to sacrifice 5 lives to save the painting. I want to know who they are and more about them. I'm not judging. I just want to know.
I just don't think people care about the Mona Lisa. Like, I was at the Louvre once, and nobody, like, I think there were lots of tourists around the painting, but everybody was, like, kind of just taking pictures with their phone. And then the moment they got the perfect picture, when they were in position to do it, they just immediately walked away. Like, they turned around and left, and they didn't really bother. They didn't even look back at their phone, honestly, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, when I visited the Louvre, I remember there was a really long line of people who wanted to see it, but I also remember there being like other very famous like artwork that people were visiting. And yeah, I mean the Mona Lisa is pretty famous, but I think like putting up a destroyed Mona Lisa could be even more iconic in a way.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
really
Mm.
history. It's
Yeah.
you can make a documentary out of it and even interview the 5 people. It's like you can create a story. It's publicity. Oh, question. Is it utilitarian if you don't pull?
So, it would depend on. So the idea of utilitarianism is you want to maximize the greatest amount of good for the greatest amount of people. Essentially, the greatest amount of like utility is the word they use specifically, and it would depend on what you would classify like how much utility is the Mona Lisa providing. If you were to make an argument and say, as a utilitarian, right, that the Mona Lisa provided a lot more utility to the world, a lot more happiness to the world than like the lives of 5 random people at a given moment, then you would have good reason to not pull the lever and just run over the 5 people instead. Because then you would say, well, there is more utility in preserving the Mona Lisa. But then even utilitarians would probably argue with each other in how much utility the Mona Lisa is worth, and that kind of gets into many, many more philosophical debates.
Yeah.
So no, even utilitarians wouldn't know what to do in this situation, is what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say, because they would argue over like, what is the value of the painting? Is it enough utility? They would pull out like their utility calculators and start putting in all the. Anyways,
And by
let's.
the time they calculate it, the train would have already hit either the Mona Lisa
Yep.
or the
2 minutes would have passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Such is the life of any philosopher, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay. The next one. A trolley is headed towards a rich man. The rich man offers you $500,000 to pull the lever, which would divert the trolley and kill someone else. What do you do?
Question in
Mm.
inflation. But
Inflation.
Just imagine it's $500,000 like now in today's
Now?
currency. I
Current
think it
attitudes
sounds-
towards the rich.
I'm like
This
that
is
money could be
society.
used to support the family of the recently deceased, but
That's true.
Yeah. I feel like okay, so I'm unsure, but let's talk about the psychology of this, right? So first of all, people
Yes.
when you start compensating people for doing something that they would have done otherwise, they enjoy doing it less. Now, do I think people would have enjoyed doing this in the first place? No. Do I think that I don't know. I think people probably wouldn't pull the lever.
Wait, sorry. Someone said if untaxed, then pull. I was like,
Fun
Have
fact, you
one
do
for
need to
more
report
than-
bribes to the IRS. So.
I saw I'd do it for $20. I'm like,
If
bro,
untaxed.
if untaxed.
Like if it were taxed, just a slight amount lower. It really is 500K is the magical number for a human
oh my
life.
god.
That's how much it's worth.
Okay.
Any less? Maybe not.
I also feel like that speaks to the character of the rich man, though, that they think that they can buy.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
spicy. Thank you for that. Now I want to eliminate that one. Yeah. But
Yeah, that's
wait,
true.
but what would
Yeah.
society do? Now I think they'll hit the rich man
I-
too.
I
Let's do
think
nothing, but
Yeah,
we'll
do
see.
nothing. Oh wait,
Do nothing,
but
do
society
nothing, do
is
nothing.
on the selfish end. Nah, do nothing. This might be
are we allowed
We
to
walk over
haggle?
to the rich man and we whisper
1
in
million.
this person's ears, "You think $500,000 could buy my moral compass?" And then we let him die.
It's so
Whoa,
dramatic.
okay,
What?
okay.
Yeah.
56% of people
crazy.
would take the bribe.
Yes.
Oh,
But
we
it's
were
still a
wrong.
split though.
It is.
Yeah. Let's do a chi-square. No, oh god. I think that chi-square
this-
would come out significant.
Sig-
Because that's a big sample size.
There's an offer. I'd ask the other person 600,000. Whoa, that's pretty smart.
Whoa.
That's actually
Yeah, just start like
who
negotiating.
can pay you more? Because
If we had to
Haggle.
negotiate, what's the amount of money it would take for you to let the rich man live?
Like us personally?
Yeah. You don't have to answer if you don't know or if you don't want to, I think. But I
Oh, no,
don't know.
I don't think
I
any
think.
amount of money. I was literally asking how to turn off monetization on Twitch yesterday, so for me, I don't think you could do it. But fun fact, there isn't a way. Once it's on Twitch, you can't.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just donate it all to charity.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about the plot twist where it's just saying the rich man. What if the other one's name is actually the richer man? I was like,
That's true.
So that's why they
Mm.
kept
But
it.
That's
richer
possible,
man did
but we
that.
don't know.
We don't
We
know.
don't know.
Like we don't know anything about the character of the other man on the track or woman or individual,
woman.
you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, this is
I
the first
I don't know. I feel like there is an amount of money that could buy my morals. I just don't know what that is yet.
I mean,
now
it's
I
hard to
think
say.
we could like take a survey to be like a Gaussian or something.
But there's the trick of like once numbers get past a certain point, they don't start feeling any bigger, right?
Yeah.
I think that no, but I think I would attach not just the amount of money, but like the amount of money to the good it can do to maybe like first of all me and my family, and then my local community, and then maybe how can this help local schools and hospitals and charities. Like I would think all that and deem it maybe it's okay for all of that good to sacrifice a human life, but I don't know what that amount is yet. I don't.
That's
I think it's
fair.
higher than 500K, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, something else occurred to me, by the way, while we were talking about this that makes me feel kind of stupid. Either way, a life is saved, but in one case, a life is saved and you're getting money, and in the other case, a life is saved and you're not getting money, and now I feel dumb.
That's true. In either case, one person dies, so it's the same amount of people dying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
But
the
do
same
you
amount of
want the
deaths.
life? Yeah, some random person who you don't know, or the life of a rich man. What do you think is worth more?
There's the part
Or
Wait,
too
are
about
they worth
how
more
Well,
or less?
it's not
he
even like the which life is worth more. It's like assuming both lives are equal, but one of them gives you money and the other doesn't.
but there's the point also earlier. I think Mylan brought it up, like how he thought that he could pay off like another and buy like another person's life in exchange for his or something like that.
I'm arguing with myself.
Yeah.
wait. So, Tim is asking, do trolley problems assume no legal consequences?
Yes, I believe so.
Technically.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
Okay.
The trick is like I think the problem is realism because like the trolley problem doesn't feel real when you're doing it in this format, which means that we're not thinking the way that we normally would IRL.
I'm wondering if well, I remember when Millennium and I played the game, it was like 3D and like
Mm.
you like saw yourself in the trolley
Yes.
or something.
Yes.
Or like
Mm.
maybe it's because these are like little doodles that we also feel more detached from the situation.
I felt very immersed
Mm.
in the. Do you remember that one where we were literally inside the train and you could see the
Yeah, we
left
were
and right
inside the
tracks?
trolley. Yeah.
So
That's
that's
what
Yeah.
actually the original formulation of the trolley problem by Philippa Foot, where you would actually you were the one in the trolley, and the problem was called the trolley driver rather than the trolley problem,
Mm.
and you had to make that
Ah.
decision. And Foot, in her original paper, claims that it is obviously morally correct to divert it and kill the one person instead, because you're the one in the trolley, and if someone has to die on your because this is your trolley, you have a duty to minimize that amount of harm and
Because
divert
you're
it
the
over to the other
trolley.
person. Yeah. It was only in a later paper where the problem was adapted by Judith Jarvis Thompson, where rather than being the driver, you were the bystander with the switch, which is
Mhm.
kind of the version of the problem we're familiar with today.
I think
Mm.
also another thing that doesn't lead to the well, there's a lot of things that are sort of like abstracted away in this problem, but
Mhm.
we have very little information on a given situation, and the only information we have is from the description of the problem. In this case,
Mm-hmm.
like the rich man offers you $500,000, and from that we are like extrapolating what the character of the rich man is like.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
from that we're like assuming that like he can he sees that it's possible to buy out someone's life.
Yeah.
Um there was a study I maybe Mylan you also know about this about like how when you're stuck in traffic and you know somebody's like participating in road rage, you
Oh
actually
yes.
see somebody like in that one snippet of a moment, like that is the character that you associate with that person, even though that is just such a tiny fragment of like who they are as a character. And the study like went on to say that like sometimes when you see people in brief moments of time, you associate their character with the limited information that you have instead of really being driven to like see the full picture about like who they really are. And in this
Yeah.
case, since we have such limited information, we are extrapolating the character of this rich man given this problem. But I'd imagine, like, in the case of like where we actually like see the people tied on the track, or like, I don't know, maybe if we like talk to the people, I
Oh,
don't know if we'd be
interview
able to
them. Like,
talk
how
to the
does it
people, but
feel?
like interview them is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, how does it feel to be tied
Interview
on
them
the
is
track
crazy.
where someone could just pull a lever and you die? I was like, oh.
Yeah, I think Z, you're talking about something called the fundamental attribution error, where we tend
Huh.
to attribute others' bad behavior, like cutting you off in traffic, to their personality, but we attribute our own bad behavior, like if we cut somebody off in traffic, to the situation. The fundamental
Yeah.
attribution error's replicability is a little sketchy, but it works better on a group level, which is the universal attribution error. If like that person belongs to like is a fan of the opposing sports team, I'm more likely to think that they're doing it because they're a bad person, whereas if they're a fan of my sports team, I'm more likely to think that they're doing it because there's a bad situation. And I'm gonna assume, I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna assume that none of us are rich. So we're
Yeah.
essentially,
Good assumption.
yeah, we're probably gonna be
Yeah.
prone to
Mm.
assuming that whatever the rich person does is because of their personality and not because they are desperate in a situation where their life is at risk.
Mm.
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 Yeah, I guess I didn't know what the actual term was called, but yeah, like what you mentioned was like the other part of that is like when you are cutting someone off, you're like, oh, I'm just doing this in the moment right now,
Mhm.
and you don't associate it with your own character. Yeah.
Yeah.
But usually I'm a great person, and I would like this is just a this
This
is
is
just an
just 2
unusual
minutes of me.
circumstance that I found myself in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's an extreme circumstance, so it's okay to pay somebody money to kill somebody else so that I survive.
I think if I were a rich man, I would do that. I would offer if I thought that would work, I would offer 500K to be like, kill somebody else, not me, please.
Remember the problem from earlier, the self-preservation one, but now it's flipped because instead of the being on the other side of the track without the money part, but this time it's like technically you have the ability to offer the bribe. Oh, it switches a lot of things.
Mm. That's how we know it's like a thought experiment. It's not real. Is you can imagine yourself being rich.
Pain.
Facts.
Pain.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
We love academia. Anyways,
Yay.
next problem. Next
Thinking.
problem.
We love academia, that's why we'll never
A
be rich.
trolley is heading towards 5
Oh,
lobsters. You can
no.
pull the lever to divert it to the other track running over a cat. Instead, what do you do?
I'd say kill the lobsters.
Kill the
People
lobsters
Eat
and-
lobsters.
And
Same.
I'm allergic to the like for with seafood though, so I can't eat them.
But
But
then
you know
what
you
if
can
some of
sell
the
them.
lobsters?
You can sell them and cook them and sell.
Okay.
Lobster.
So what do I think people will, in general, do? I think people will kill the lobsters in
Yeah.
general.
Mhm,
We tend to
The cat.
anthropomorphize cats more than lobsters, especially because we interact more with cats in our day-to-day lives than lobsters.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's just like, what was the term for this? Like that we consider some species to be like more superior than others, like speciation
know.
or something. And it's like the idea that like we interface a lot with like cats and dogs, and
Yeah.
so we'd be more likely to save a cat and dog versus like, I don't know, like a fish or something.
Yeah,
Chat bringing
they're-
up good points. The lobsters are already on land, which is concerning for lobsters.
Right.
Oh, so they're already cooked.
yeah, we
They
can
tend to-
cook them as well. But
Oh, that is true. Yeah,
lobsters, yeah.
you also
It's,
cook them as well.
I think the
I'm imagining a
cats-
wet market where they just spilled out of their box and then it just so happens to be in the middle of like a trolley track.
the cats being pets versus lobsters being more attributed to food-ish. I think that also really will set the
Yeah,
bar
I think
for
that's
most.
Mm.
yeah.
Lobsters are delicious. Sorry,
Oh.
I'm sorry for anyone who's a vegetarian.
Lobsters-
I love-
I'm allergic. Don't
I love
worry.
Parents will
seafood.
go on the track and eat the lobsters after the trolley runs them over.
The Millennium's just like, this is self-defense. I'm
This-
allergic to them. I
I'm
gotta keep
allergic
them away
to
from
them.
you.
I'm
Yeah.
Wait, someone said both of those might survive just staying low enough from the trolley.
That is true.
Oh, that
Oh
is
my
true.
God.
Yeah.
Like if
so-
you look, they're in the middle of the tracks, which is
Yes.
part that the trolley's probably not going to hit.
And if
I don't think they
lobsters get
survived.
hit,
There was a
we'll
big
sell
splat.
them.
I don't know. Is that sanitary?
84%.
Oh, the wheels.
Lobster paste. Yummy.
Yeah. I think this was the least split one we've seen so far.
Yeah, 84.
And then the
Mm,
cat's
mm,
going to
mm.
go over to the other track and lick up the lobsters.
A happy
food.
ending.
Utilitarianism. This is a very happy cat.
And a lot of delicious lobster. Oh, good. Okay,
Oh my god.
next. A trolley's headed towards 5 people who are sleeping and won't feel pain.
Are they
You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over someone else who is wide awake instead. What do you do?
are they anesthetized or something? But that's still 5
I think
people.
the assumption is that that's the case because
It's-
won't feel pain
yeah.
is part of it.
What would society do? I think they'll hit the one. I think it would be still the 1 versus 5.
I think it'll still be the one person
Yeah.
because I think it's kind of scary that like I don't know. I like falling asleep and like never waking up is I think very terrifying as well.
Mm.
Hmm.
So you'd
Wait, so
rather
you're saying we
go
should put them
in
out of their
pain and
misery?
screaming?
No,
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 the other
no.
way.
I think people would choose to save the 5 people.
Yes. I think
Mm,
they.
mm.
I like how Z's like, let's save the 5 people, and I'm like, let's hit the 1 person. It's like the same
Framing of it.
thing, but it's the framing of it. Like, no, hit one person instead of hitting 5.
Oh no.
I feel like it
Well-
would be an awful thing to assume that because some people have undergone anesthesia, all of a sudden they're like their human value is suddenly like less than in the previous like original trolley case where okay, they're just 5 people and they're wide awake. Like just because they have that capacity to feel pain, I think shouldn't warrant or shouldn't trump over the value of their lives. But this isn't what ought to be done. This is what people would do. So I think
Yeah.
either way, killing one
Yeah.
person seems like the move people would
Yeah,
make.
they pull
Yeah.
the trolley lever.
Yeah, it's hard because we don't know how far into the future these people are thinking.
Whoa!
See, there it is. There it is.
49%.
What? That is
What?
so
They're only
split.
thinking of the moment.
49%.
People are only thinking
But it's
about
very
the moment
split.
itself.
What?
It's
They're not thinking
49.
about the future lives of these people.
It's 50-50 though.
They're just. It is 50-50-ish. Yeah. I think.
Wait, Kami had like a really great point. It's whether you optimize for human worth or optimize for suffering.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think that's a great point. Because, like, I do
Yeah.
think the problem here is, like, and this is why I didn't give you all a straight answer. Because, like, in the moment, if you're only thinking within the confines of the trolley problem never talks about what happens next, right? It only
Right.
talks about, like, the moment itself. So in the moment itself, you have saved suffering and reduced suffering by not pulling the lever. But then if you think into the future, what comes after the trolley problem, then when those people wake up, you know, like, it's
Speaking
a
of which,
totally
trolley
artificial
about-
environment.
about future wise too. Okay, in the event that 5 people got hit, the cleanup would be horrible.
That's also true. We
Yeah.
never talk about
If
the
we're
poor
thinking
people who have to
about the
clean this up.
future, yeah, the cleanup would be
We
horrible.
need like the Trolley Problem the animated series. Like it has to be like multiple seasons long.
Oh my goodness. Oh
The
my
philosophers
goodness.
are doing the cleanup, I think.
Mhm.
It's the
That's where
cleanup.
we get employed, actually. This is what they do in the philosophy factory, is cleaning up trolley problem dilemmas.
One of the most underpaid and underappreciated jobs.
Regarding the cleanup, there's this book called Catcher in the Rye, which was required a while ago in like school. And I remember one part, as a mini spoiler alert, like a character said, "No, I'm not gonna like jump off a window because like that'll create a lot of splatter." I'm like, "Yo, you're actually thinking." Whoa. So that's why like that reminded me of this one. It's like, you know, if you hit 5 versus 1, the cleanup would be easier with just 1.
Hmm.
Is there a
Where's cleanup
psychological
go?
term, Mylin, for where we're focusing on aspects such as like cleanup and stuff like that to further rationalize our decisions?
Like, there's not something that specific, but there's like motivated reasoning, post hoc
Mm.
rationalization,
That seems
that
to be
kind
it,
of
yeah.
thing.
Mm.
We can definitely reason our way through anything, I think. But this
Yeah,
is coming from
yeah.
the philosophy major, so
No, I think you're absolutely right. Like when we talk about like believing in misinformation and fake news, because that's part of like my specialty, people who are smarter are actually better, like they can more easily convince themselves that stuff is true and convince themselves that opposing evidence is invalid because they can think their way around it. So it's not like being smarter puts you at less risk, it kind of puts you at more risk. It's like the same deal.
That's most philosophy majors, yep.
Is it-
Confirm.
Is it called coping? Technically, I saw someone in the chat. It can be called coping,
Yeah.
technically.
The academic philosophical term is sophistry, but yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Eyes in my chat. Potent copium.
Rationalization / copium.
Copium?
Copium, as the kids say.
Oof. Okay, next question. A trolley's headed towards 5 people who tied themselves to the track. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing one person who accidentally tripped onto the track instead. What do you do?
Okay, oh,
Okay, there is data on this. I have data.
Okay,
Oh!
I don't know the citation off the top of my head, but in terms of helping behavior and helping people, we are considerably more willing to help people that we think are not responsible for their own situation. We're
Yeah.
considerably less likely to help somebody who we think is responsible for their own situation. There's still the whole 1 versus 5 lives thing here, but I think it's gonna be closer to 50-50, and with a higher likelihood than usual that people will not pull the lever.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think the society wise, because it's like the one person didn't sign up for this essentially. Meanwhile, the five happily, like it is my time today. Let's do it. So that's why like
Or maybe
okay,
they just like, yeah.
might as well help them.
The consent is key, exactly.
Consent is key, yes.
I do think that if there were no people on the other side of the track, I would have to pull, even if they had
Absolutely.
gleefully tied themselves down to it. I would think that it's a moral responsibility to
Yeah.
divert it away. But
Yeah.
because there's someone who accidentally tripped onto the track, and it's not at all their intent to have wound up in the situation, you unfortunately have to let the 5 people who happily, gleefully put themselves there proceed as they planned. I
I
think.
feel like in this case, it's like we're considering maximizing like the overall happiness of the individuals involved, which is a little cursed, but I guess those 5 people tied themselves on the track, so.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's gonna be
We
close to
do.
50-50. I make no particular predictions because I don't like being wrong.
Whoa!
So see,
What?
3-4.
What?
It was not a 50-50.
I mean, that matches the data,
Yeah.
but
They might
Mm.
as well eliminate the 5 who signed up
The
for
data doesn't lie.
volunteers.
oh, I don't know how I feel about this.
I
I
didn't
feel
realize
like
it was gonna be
I don't know.
that extreme. Like, I thought it would also be quite split.
Lots more
Yeah,
people were
yeah.
willing to eliminate 5. Interesting. I live among those people. The
There are
panic.
really interesting questions that this I feel like mirrors or not mirrors but alludes to, like the problems of euthanasia, the problems of like like assisted self-end as sort of like a right to some people, and in other parts of the world that might be more heavily debated. I feel like this really touches on that, and the most people who have agreed that yeah, it's okay to kill the 5, like in this case and in our case, seem to be probably people who are more inclined to think that we should be agents of our own destiny.
Mm. And yeah,
It's
they
interesting. It's
wanted their
interesting.
destiny to be hit by the train.
Next question. Oh,
Oh,
a trolley's headed towards 5 people. The lever just speeds up the trolley, which might make it less painful.
Well-
What do
Oh
you do?
no.
Well.
Well, in this case, we can't really do anything, so like, I
Yeah.
mean, I guess just make it less painful. Why would you make it
Yeah.
more painful?
yeah.
I think it's
But
the
if you make it
same.
less painful, you're also putting yourself in the situation, though, right? That's the problem earlier.
I think it'll be the same as the
Oh.
1v5.
Because
But
now
I
it
think
looks
it
to
would.
everyone like you did that.
But there's no case where you could save the one person is the problem.
Wait,
Like,
there
the
are
one
no
Yeah,
person
legal
there's-
consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
we gotta
this
remember
other
that people
person might
aren't
as well
thinking
not
of
be there.
yeah, that person
Mhm.
doesn't even I think we need to remember that most people are making this judgment as just this is the moment. They're not thinking about the future. They're probably not thinking about future consequences unless they are like us and overthinkers.
Wait, question. I'm like reading it again. That means even if I pull the lever, it won't. Well, the one person is still saved. It's safe, right?
Yeah, the 5 people die no matter what. It's just do you speed it up to make sure they die in to make it more likely that they'll experience less pain,
Ah,
no
yeah.
matter what they're dying.
Yeah, I think it's
It's just
the
how much
less
pain.
pain maybe because something about the lessening the suffering in the moment that it was brought up before.
Mhm.
I think so as well. I think like most people would look at the question and think, "Ooh, okay, less suffering. All right,
Yeah.
guess I should do that,"
Mhm.
and not think about the whole, "Oh, I'm inserting myself in the situation," or maybe this is me contributing to something else. And the question says it might reduce it. It's not a guarantee, etc., etc. I think people just see less suffering and pick that option.
Oh, either less suffering,
Mhm.
but then you get to live a few more seconds, even, and then just tank the pain. So there's that.
Wait,
Ah.
someone in chat said this, but
Oh, that was fast.
Oh,
Yeah.
71.
there you go.
oh, wow.
Hmm.
Someone in chat asked, what if it doesn't speed up? Like, if we chose not to speed it up, it would actually increase the probability of survival.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
Then in that
But-
case, would you pull the like, would you like in that case, are you optimizing for less suffering but guaranteed death? Or are you choosing to, have a certain probability of their survival, but increasing suffering in the case that the probability doesn't line up?
I think the trick with that, though, is that we're assuming that baseline it's going at the same speed as it has been in every other trolley problem, and this just makes it go faster. And if we assume that in every other trolley problem that we've done, that speed is enough to kill all 5 of them, then yeah, I don't know.
That speed before wasn't enough to kill 5 of them. That means they could. Some might survive, and then but this one guarantees death. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if the idea is that we should work on the same baseline assumptions of all, and then if the current speed of the trolley isn't fast enough to kill all 5 of them, then what does that do to all of our past judgments now?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, then that kind of screws up how we've been evaluating everything beforehand.
I mean, it could be fun to go back.
Right back.
I'm not saying this is
Oh
a bad thing.
no.
No.
Rewind all the questions again.
Overthinking A++.
Paris, restart.
Oh god.
I'm kidding,
There
I'm
are
kidding,
like
I'm
30
kidding.
questions in here. We've got 20 more tracks to run through.
Multi-track drifting
Goodness.
is really the answer.
Is it the
for all
same
this.
trolley? That's my question. Is it the same trolley going through all these problems so far?
You think they would have retired it by now with all the death and destruction?
I think lots
Yeah, I
of
don't
blood
know
would
if the
be on
trolley
the
can
wheels.
function.
Mm.
Maybe it's just a
Or
bunch
maybe-
of parallel universes or something.
I'm waiting for the
Next
trolley
parallel
that
universe.
does the multi-track drifting.
A trolley is headed towards one guy. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, but then your Amazon package will be late.
Oh my god.
What do
my
you do?
gosh, it's already late a lot. Like
It's gonna be late anyway.
it's gonna be late anyway.
Yeah.
Let's just save a human. Might as
I like
well.
that
Why
the
would
level
we-
title is minor inconvenience.
I'd be
It's so
concerned
good.
if someone didn't save the person.
Wait,
I mean,
I feel like
don't
you would
know
only
what's in
do
the
that if just to be a
package, but-
contrarian.
I also
Or like a
I
troll,
have,
yeah.
I have a question though. How is it that if we pull the lever, or if one chooses to pull the lever, your Amazon package is late? Does that mean your driver got hit?
Have you ever have you ever been in a place where they have those freight trains that go along the tracks and then you are stuck waiting for the train to finish passing for like over an hour?
Okay, yeah, something like that. Understood.
Yeah.
It
Something
had
like
to go
that.
on a detour. Yeah.
It had to go on a detour.
So your
wait for the
package is
train to
on there.
pass.
Whatever it is that you bought on Amazon is on the trolley
Okay.
right now.
Oh
Mhm.
no.
My plushie will be late.
By
How
Oh,
devastating.
no.
Oh
I cannot
no.
survive another minute without my plushie. I mean, you never know. It could be like maybe it's like something super important for their ability to live, but
Hear
I feel
me?
like the probability that's very,
Hear
very
me
low.
out. What if
Yeah,
the
yeah.
package contained like an organ that had to be delivered to the hospital, which could save a person? What like?
Yeah.
Now
Oh.
that
Right.
complicates
Okay,
things.
the question does say your Amazon package.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, what if?
But like, are they really delivering organs on Amazon?
Well, that's oh the black
You never
market.
know. You never know.
Hmm. It's fishy, but I think we have our answer.
Pull
We
it.
saved the one person.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lucky.
23% were like,
It's still
actually
lower.
no. I want my
one.
package right
Wow.
now.
Earlier they
Hey,
were
at
like
least it's
84,
still
right?
higher than the original trolley problem, right? The
Yeah,
original
yeah,
trolley problem was
73.
73%.
That is true.
So
Mhm.
I think we can just like write off 23% of these people who are responding as just
Yeah.
messing around.
They're
Bad data.
contrarians.
They're like,
yeah.
what if?
Not reliable data.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A trolley's headed towards your best friend. You could pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing
No.
5 strangers instead. What do you do?
No, well, hit the strangers.
I
Oh.
know my best friend, and I know what they would want, and I don't like this.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, what would society choose? Like, I'm trying to go with that one. What would I think
I
most
think
of
they would
society
absolutely
will.
pull the
Oh.
lever.
Yeah, they'd
I
pull
think
the lever.
society would pull the
I think
lever.
society would.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty much unanimously in
Isekai,
agreement
the
here. That was
5
quick.
strangers.
Oh, yeah. Most people would do
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
75. Mm-hmm.
How much would you do? Like, if it were 10 people, would that sway your decision?
Oh,
were 100?
shoot.
And then I think at that point you'd have to consider then that what would the best friend want? That's when you pull the mic and
Wait, I
interview
think
them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think like communication is really important in this situation.
It would be, and it would definitely make it an easier choice. But I think part of what makes the trolley problem is that we don't
We can't
know.
talk
It's
to
that there's
them.
no way to communicate. Yeah.
There's no interview
You
session.
only have. You've got like the
And in
bare
real life,
minimum
that's
of
the case, right?
information.
Like in real life, you don't
Yeah.
really know everything about the situation where you have to make a big decision.
Yeah. And especially if you only have 2 minutes to do it.
Well, that's a big factor.
Oh,
And may we
I
never
know.
have to make such a such a decision in our real lives.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I think for 5 people, I would pull the lever as well personally, but I don't know how much more that number has to increase for me to finally go the other way. I don't know.
I think at more than 5, the best friend would scream loud enough to so that we can hear their opinion, even if we can't interview them.
Oh, this one's tough. I like
Yeah.
my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
and I
answer
don't
is
really care for
let's just hope.
strangers.
Mm-hmm.
What's your answer? Sorry.
My answer is let's just hope this never happens. I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Too much headache.
Oh,
Karis,
fair
what
enough.
are strangers but potential friends?
Oh. I could have befriended those 5 too that I've killed. No.
They could have given $500,000 each one. No.
I was gonna say they could have been 5 potential subscribers, but that too, yeah.
The
Millennium out here ready to extort everybody so that more Prio gems or whatever.
5
There could
potential
have been 5 more
subscribers is
concurrent
crazy.
viewers.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Hashtag the blackmail route. I'm switching to my blue lenium and glasses. You know, I have to look at
Oh
these.
no.
There we
Thankfully,
go.
we'll never have to think about this problem again. Because we're
I
thinking
don't-
about the next one. A trolley's
Oh.
headed towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 1 person instead. At least that's what you think is happening. You forgot your
Oh my
glasses
God,
and
wait.
can't see that well.
The timing.
What do you
can kind of
do?
see,
Wait,
though.
where's my glasses
Wait,
toggle?
Oh,
I need to
wait,
take them
not
off.
gonna lie. Like
Same.
before I
Oh my
saw
God,
this,
where are
I
we?
was
I
like,
got
I
it.
switched to my
I
blue
took my.
and got my
I took mine off.
glasses. Wow. It was the guts.
All right, you got to take them off right now, Millennium, for immersion.
A trolley.
Yep.
A trolley is hitting 5 people. Why? I literally have to adjust my real life glasses now. I was like, wait, you can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 1 person. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Wait,
I'm gonna
I feel
kill
like this
1
is
person.
kind of analogous to the one we had before where like we have very little information and I feel like the only information we have are those blurry blobs on the screen, which suggests that there's 1 person on the top track.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
So
like
I think
if you
I
can't
think
be
you
sure,
should-
you shouldn't do anything.
Not do anything,
like
aka.
that pulling the lever is an action. Mm.
Mhm.
What if the 1 person was the best friend? That's why they're like, at least that's what you think. Because it's blurry, but I think you'll still see that it's like at least less than the other track. Or at least that's what I'm thinking of.
That's true.
Or you can
I feel
like shout at them and be like, "Hey, like, are you tied next to anybody by any chance?"
And you just hear, help!
Oh, no.
What are you doing? Help!
What's our decision? We're running out of time.
Oh God, we're running out of time. We're running out of time.
I think I'm on the side of pull the lever because it
Well-
looks like there's 1 person on the top, but I don't know.
It would hurt
Maybe
if
Mylin.
it would hurt if the 5 were just dummies.
We're pulling. 55% of people agree.
Wow, that was
Wow.
really split.
All right, I'm putting my glasses back on.
Same. I can't see anything. God.
Wait, I think
I feel like
think
because
the-
if you don't have your glasses, then you can't be like. How can you be so sure that your judgment and like how can you live with your judgment if you knew that it was just because you couldn't see what was going on?
Yeah, I think it's like the act of like pulling the lever is an active decision, but I think like if I were in this, okay, I guess I don't know if I can speak on the rest of the world population, but like if I were in the
Society.
situation and I had this limited information, like I would just go based like I think indecision is also an action. Like in this case, like,
Indecision,
deciding not to pull the lever is also an action.
Because it's a conscious decision
feel
that
that
you
way
made.
as well, very
that you're
strongly,
like,
in fact.
I'm not
Yeah.
pulling the lever. Oh, yeah, valid.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it's.
I
very
think the
flip-
moment you perceive the situation, you are part of it. I think.
Yes. Agreed.
But that, like, I feel very strongly about that, but that's a whole rant for another time. Next problem! A trolley's headed towards one of your first cousins. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 3 of your second cousins instead. What do you do?
Oh,
Okay.
Now-
I have theory on this.
Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to say that I don't like this theory, but evolutionary psychology would predict that you would pull the lever.
Yeah. To
And-
Oh.
And kill the second cousins?
yes.
Yeah, that's what evolutionary psychology would say.
Because
Mm.
the quote unquote the first cousin, I'm assuming that society would think that the first cousin would be closer in terms of like bloodness. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't-
The evolutionary psych would say that natural selection has made it so that we select people who are closely related to us over
Yes.
people that aren't. I think just like on a general personal level too, you're more likely to have a closer relationship with your first cousin than your second cousins.
I think that's similar to
Oh.
when we chose to
Yeah.
save the best friend earlier compared to 5 strangers.
Mhm.
This time
Yeah,
it's
I
just a
think
little
it's
bit
similar to that.
it's just a little bit more complicated because
Yeah.
aside from the first and second cousins, you have one versus 3 people.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, pull the lever. I
That
mean-
I think that you sounded really determined saying that.
Like,
So I'm believing you. I don't even know what the data is. I think I just trust you when you said that.
The conviction.
Pull the
yeah.
Yeah.
We're pulling the lever. We are pulling the lever. Let's do it. Let's pull
Yes.
the lever.
Ooh,
47%.
what?
Oh,
A
What?
lot of people
interesting.
did the 1 versus
Is it because
3?
it's just like more or less people?
I think
Yeah.
maybe.
I think so, probably. I'm just very happy that a theory that I don't like is not supported by this data.
Yes. Yay.
I feel like people who I feel like this is not indicative necessarily of what people would actually do, but more people who are playing a trolley problem game would want to do.
Yeah.
And in their
Hmm.
minds, they're like, well, 3 is greater than 1.
That
Even
one.
if it's my first cousin and my second cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
When in
where
reality, because
exactly
they're
do
so close to
second
their first
cousins-
cousin.
Where exactly are second cousins in like the family tree? I got a few questions on this.
Are they your
Uh,
parents' cousin, I think?
Your parents, cousins. Yeah.
I think
That's what I thought it was, but I'm not sure.
Also, hear me out. Quite a bit of in my chat mentioned the first cousin can go, and I despised my first cousins. Goodbye. So I'm like, oh,
There's also
there's a
I also
chunk
wonder
of
how
their
many,
like-
first cousins.
what percentage of people actually have first cousins too is the question. Like how common is that?
Or the percentage of
no.
people who have second cousins too.
That
I don't
or,
even I think I
do
do
we even
have
know
second
what a
cousins, but I don't
second
know
cousin
them.
is?
I don't
Yeah,
even
I
know
don't
my second
either.
cousins, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Second
Yeah.
So
cousins.
it is just 3 random strangers to me.
The
Mhm.
child.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're too
I have
far.
both, but yeah, I've barely know my second cousins at all.
Same.
So you
Yeah.
would pull the lever.
We are part of the 47%.
Yeah.
Are we? Do we? I don't necessarily always agree with what I say we should do. I'm just.
Yeah, because it's the society.
A trolley's headed towards 5 elderly people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over a baby instead. What do you do?
Utilitarianism time!
I want to save the baby,
Ah,
quote unquote. 'cause
5
it's-
elderly people and 1 baby.
Oh, also,
I feel like for something like
society.
this, it's also like how many, like, what is the ratio of like elderly to young people, and like where does that ratio start to be? Like, in what ratio do people start to decide one or the other? Because in this case, we have 5 elderly people, right? But like, what if it was 10, or what if it was 2?
Yeah, there's a couple of
I think they kind of
things-
touched on that in the first and second problem, right? Where it was like 5 to
Yeah.
1 and then it was 5 to 4, but now it's like,
Yeah.
okay, they're old and one's a baby now.
Mm.
Yeah, I think the thought process I imagine most people are probably going to have is like the old people have all lived long, full lives, and the baby has barely experienced anything.
Is that
Yeah.
I forgot which principle is that? Because yeah, there's the factor of the 1v5, but then the baby is like hasn't quote unquote lived yet. Meanwhile, the old one, quote unquote, I saw here, like they've lived long enough, it's their time. So, and there's also the part where the baby might squeeze under the trolley. Because based on
There's
the show.
that too.
Yeah. Based on
That is also true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is true. Like the lobsters, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I mean, the
Like,
trolley
are
would...
people taking that into account though? That's the trick. Like, are people thinking of that, or is that just us over?
No, yeah.
No, I think they'll go with the older versus younger one, and even if the count is 5 old people, I think they'll save the baby because it hasn't lived its life yet, perhaps.
So we're in agreement that we would save the baby probably.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, is that what we
Or
would
at
do,
least
or
that's
what we
people
think
would do.
others
What
would
people
do?
would do.
think
I
others
think
would
others,
save the
I think
baby.
others would choose
I think
to
that's
save
what
the
people
baby.
would do.
Okay.
The baby.
We're saving the baby. That is pulling the lever, right? No, that's
No,
not
no, no,
pulling
Let's
the
do
lever.
nothing.
Okay. I almost misclicked.
Whew.
I almost misclicked. Okay, okay.
There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty
Mhm.
pretty good.
77%. Okay, that's what people would do. Is that
Save
what
the
we would
gen
do too?
data.
Wait, that's the Amazon package. That's the same ratio.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
That was
Wow.
that was the Amazon package all along. It was the baby.
It was the
It was the baby.
It was the baby. It wasn't
It was
even
the
organs.
stork
It was a small
delivering
baby.
it, but
The stork is out of business. Amazon has driven small stork business.
Oh. I feel like I would also do the same,
Save
but
the baby.
hesitantly because
Mhm.
yeah, I would probably save the baby as well. But then it's I don't know what the numbers game is because I feel like if it were like 100 elderly people, I'd be like, well, it's just a kid. This person
Mm.
hasn't really lived a life or experienced what being a person's like. We'll just kill this one. I don't know. I don't know how many elderly people it would take for me to change my mind.
Yeah.
Fun fact on
Probably
the
more than
evolutionary
5.
psychology theory again. The evolutionary psychology
Huh?
theory would probably say save the old people
Oh.
because there's no guarantee the baby will survive to adulthood because young babies are at high risk for a lot of things.
Mm.
I was thinking the
I'm
elderly
not saying
people
I
would also
agree
be at
with
a high
this.
risk of like mortality.
That's
right?
probably
No?
also true. Yeah.
And then
Hmm.
if you
Hmm.
include the part, what if the elderly people would then bribe you with 500,000 USD each? Then that also complicates.
Yeah.
That complicates
We're
it.
just assuming a lot of people have a lot more money than us.
I also want to know how old are these elderly people too? Like, are we using the VTuber definition of elderly, or
900,000
They're all 30.
years
They're
old.
just 30.
they're all 30?
Oh.
Wait, they looked kind of wrinkly though, like in the original
did.
doodle.
Well, how do you think you get wrinkles for being expressive? And do you know how expressive you have to make your face to pilot a VTuber model? Of course you do.
Oh my god, you're right.
It's an occupational hazard.
Mhm.
Anyway, sorry.
We
But
saved the baby.
we
I'm
saved the
thinking of
baby.
like birth rates. I'm thinking of like population trends recently, and I think most people would have chosen this option. I think nowadays, too, especially most people would choose this option. I think.
Yeah. And now thinking about it,
Hmm.
I'm an idiot. The evolutionary psych thing might choose the baby because the elderly people probably can no longer reproduce anyway. So
There's
what am I talking
Ah.
about?
there's the part as well
Hmm.
where even if the baby was in risk of other stuff, but this is modern times, so maybe healthcare would be fine. Hopefully. So less risk of mortality. I don't know. It depends on the area of the
The real
earth as
question
well.
is if if the trolley problem was in like the 1800s when like infant mortality was like 75% or something, like would you choose differently?
Oh.
That's also a good question.
Ooh, yeah.
But then would the
Yeah. I
think
elderly
I
people
would.
still be alive?
Oh, that's true. Like
The fact that they are is probably all the
true.
more reason to choose otherwise, right? To choose to sacrifice the baby, right?
I have no idea. What's
Because
going
the
on
infant
in-
mortality is like high.
I'm also thinking it's a lot
Hmm.
easier to make a baby than to make 5 elderly people, but I
Whoa.
like it's you have to like age them. I'm thinking like if like they're all in
You
like a
have to
lab
age
setting,
You have
right?
to age
You
them.
age them, like why?
Like first you have to make 5 human beings, then you gotta put them in like the wine
Hyperbolic
casket.
time
You gotta like
chamber.
you gotta age them a certain amount of time before they're finally coming out and like, oh yes, this is an elderly person now. So like, you know.
And then you tie them on the track for your highly unethical experiment.
Yes.
And what if they're part of the
lab grown, all natural.
They're volunteers.
Or for the
They
trolley
chose to
raised for the
sign
trolley.
themselves up.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, anyways, next question.
Yes, next question.
A trolley's battling down 5 identical clones of you. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sacrificing yourself instead. What do you do?
Society would choose to save
Oh.
themselves. Those are just clones.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
just clones.
My clones can eat dirt. Goodbye,
Kagebunshin.
clones.
Wait, will the clones have the memories of us up to that point? Or are they just
Oh
like
wow, that was the highest percentage we've seen
18?
yet.
Yeah,
Wait,
it was
yeah.
an easy
Yeah.
By like
choice.
over 10%. Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
wonder what could make it go to at least 90%.
If maybe you do nothing and nobody dies versus you pull the lever and 5 people die. I think that would make it go to 90%.
But we still have like 14 levels if ever, so we'll see. I wonder which one could be the 90.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Next.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I
'cause,
guess-
like this is a higher percentage than the minor inconvenience question, right?
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Wait, somebody said this about Ilga said 5 clones of myself would cause more problems. I think honestly that is also true.
Yes.
That's also
Mm.
true. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think the world needs any more myelin than there already is.
But hear me out. The clones would then could be useful as well. One could be doing DNA extraction. One is doing PCR, and one is doing Western blot. Like, and the other one could be gel
You can
extraction.
run a restaurant.
Yeah, but then
But
none of them.
One
is the
could
real
run my
you.
channel, and then one could edit, and then one could stream. Oh my god! Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
The clones are going to unionize.
But the
It's-
plot twist is still there. None of them is the you. So I'm like, oh,
Hmm.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, no.
If
Eliminate.
I were a
Yeah.
clone, or I would understand the original copy of me running me over, I would get it. I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm okay with this.
Oh man.
And you can make more clones
Next.
after these 5.
Yeah.
That's not just the last 5.
Could you?
Maybe.
I
Could
mean,
you
if
make
you can
more
make
clones
5
of
of
yourself?
them.
Yeah, maybe
I guess,
you can
yeah,
make
maybe.
more.
Yeah.
Are we the ones
Hmm.
making the clones though? Who made the clones?
Oh,
Yeah.
They
smart
just sort of
question.
spawned in.
Oh, if they spawned in, then we really have to hit them because we don't know if they have something funky going on. That's like not guaranteed that they're a 1-to-1 copy, both in with thoughts as well. So now they're your self rivals. Yeah, we're eliminating the 5.
Okay. Next question. A trolley is headed towards a mystery box with a 50% chance of containing 2 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, hitting a mystery box with a 10% chance of 10 people. What do you do?
Gotcha. I see. This is gotcha. What would society go for?
How does the math work?
10%.
Both are
I-
expected to be
well-
like one person, right?
Wait, what is like
On
the
average.
expectation value? So 0.1 times 10 is 1 and 0 Oh wait, the expectation value is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think overall, just base probability, if you're only just doing one roll, like one roll, oh my god, I'm so gotcha pilled. If you're just doing one roll,
One roll, yeah.
the-
I'm trying to math it out.
one
How does
roll.
this work?
The highest likelihood that nobody dies would be pulling the lever.
Okay, let's pull the lever then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'd
But is
also
that what
pull
most
the
people would do is the question.
Wait, if we eliminate the
10% chance is nothing. 10% chance is a scam. It never works for me. So you know
Yeah,
what?
let's
It will
go with
never
that.
happen.
Yeah, I think at 10%, yeah.
So we're keeping the 10%
People are
chance.
so bad at just people are so bad at thinking about probability though. That makes me nervous. People
Yeah.
don't
Oh.
think about probability correctly, which makes me anxious.
Do you think
So-
people would pull the gotcha and
Eggy was like,
Genshin,
replace people with Umas
Yeah.
for violence.
but splints and
No, this is
10%
Bardock.
exactly
chance
like
to lose 10 Umas from your account?
Oh, Eggy, I was totally thinking about this in like terms of percentage of failure chance when you're trading your Ubas.
Oh my god. The world is trolley problem, but Uma Musume.
Oh my gosh.
The Uma
Troll-
wants to run on this track versus that track.
I
Imagining
think
I'll
we are
hide
going
them
to pull
there
the
too.
lever. And we're
All
gonna hope
right,
that
I don't
people
know
do
if
the
this is
same.
going to be any push people.
Okay.
We did it. Go team.
10 million people.
So maybe enough people play gacha games.
Yeah.
Enough people do, I think.
Clearly. Gacha is actually
They
good for
know.
society.
They know 10% is
Yes.
a lie. They know rate up is a lie. They know that this will be the safer option. Next question. Whoop. A trolley's headed towards 5 sentient robots. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing one human instead. What do you do?
Hit
Kill
the
the
robots.
clankers.
immediately.
Hit
Kill the
Hit
robots.
the robots.
The robots
But-
could potentially be reassembled.
Yes.
That's true.
What if Nero
And
is
they
there?
probably can't feel pain, and they might have backups, and yeah.
Bye,
Yeah.
robots.
That was pretty easy, wasn't it? I think we
That
just
was like the fastest decision ever.
yeah,
85.
85%.
Yeah. Even that wasn't 90%.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that 89, we've also seen that other one that was higher. That was the baby versus the old people, right?
89%
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Yeah,
The clone one was still the highest though, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. I guess what we can glean from this is like people hate themselves more than anything.
Oh no.
No.
I feel like in that case, you're not stepping on anyone else's shoes then, too. It feels kind of like I'm making this decision for myself and it doesn't affect others.
Mm.
The 23% people who did the minor inconvenience thing though.
Yeah, I know, right?
That
That's
should have
becoming
been
Where
more
are
and
they
more-
where are they coming from? Who are these people?
You know,
every second this becomes more and more ridiculous, like that 23%.
How does how do you explain that when we've gone through so many more problems where it's like these are more serious cases and then yet the statistics are what?
23
The
people
contrarianism,
wanted their
I think.
Amazon package.
Oh my
So
god.
goodbye robots.
Mhm.
Hello humans. A trolley's headed towards 3 empty trolleys worth $900,000. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, hitting one empty trolley worth
Can-
$300,000 instead.
Can one sell the trolleys
Uh.
that are left behind? You know, what
I don't think
I
they
assume
belong
so.
to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we pull the lever.
Paul, so
This
Wait,
seems like a pretty
1v3.
straightforward option.
society.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And like
Yeah.
the trolley
Well-
company, it's easier. There will be less also disruption to public transportation if it's only one trolley. Well, I guess in this
That is
case,
true.
it's 2 trolleys versus 4 trolleys out of commission, which changes absolutely nothing. But I think it's important.
Does
to note.
the running trolley also
Oh.
get destroyed?
I
How
imagine
does that
so.
play?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess the title of this one is called Economic Damage, so I think they're hinting to
Wait,
think
there-
about.
There's a plot twist. Someone mentioned 3, slow it down more so it'll be safer in the end.
But I think that we need to assume that, like, for the premise of the problem, we have to assume that whatever's on
Eliminates
the
all.
train tracks is
Okay.
getting us destroyed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Then yeah, we're
Go
hitting
at-
one.
Let's
We're
go in
pulling.
at near light speed.
Mhm.
I think we're all pulling. Yep. Hold on, let me just reset this.
Yep, 77.
Yeah.
77%.
Okay.
Mhm. Look, we're good at this. We know what's up. We
Yeah,
are
yeah.
I don't
so
understand
effective.
what 23% of people are like thinking though. I don't get that. Why
the
would you be
same-
like, actually, I'm not going to do it, so we're gonna destroy okay, like unless you hate like the public rail system, like why would you want to? I don't know.
You know,
I don't know,
another
maybe
fun
just for funsies.
It's the
for kicks and
same
giggles.
23% as the Amazon package. That's why.
They're
that's
part
what
of the
happened.
audio. They're part
Yeah.
of the auto industry, clearly.
Yeah.
For my
More
stats nerds out there,
cars,
by the way.
yes.
The stats nerd in me
Oh.
wants to really point out that since the start of
Mhm.
this game, we have lost an average of 8 million votes on like we're down 8 million votes from the first
Oh.
problem.
You have,
Oh.
I don't know if
Somebody in my
anyone else
chat's,
finds that
like, doing a-
interesting. but-
Yeah, someone of my chat's been like keeping track of how many people have died.
Oh no.
How
Yeah.
many?
How many
How
lives
many?
do we have so far?
Yeah,
on
wait,
this?
I think the last time it was a while back. It was like 22, I think.
22.
Okay,
I don't
it's
know.
not that
Tell
bad.
me if you
Amazon
have an updated
package.
number. Yeah.
Trolleys. Oh, Astral says I think the game does that at the end.
Oh, really?
How
Okay.
many we saved
That's
versus how
exciting.
many
Okay.
we killed. Well, society. It wasn't us. It
Yeah.
was society.
Someone said this is revenge because they made my ride 10 cents more expensive. No, but then they're gonna make it
Oh.
like $1 more expensive if you destroy 3 trolleys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 10
So,
cents
Torg
is
has
so
brought up-
specific.
This is worse for you.
the 2.9.
Yeah.
Torg has
to 3.
mentioned though that fewer trolleys means fewer problems.
Bad.
It's an investment.
That strikes me along the lines of like fewer people means less pollution.
Wait, are
Thanos,
we?
is that
I mean,
you?
yeah.
At what point
Like,
are we
maybe,
gonna get
but-
like pull the lever to destroy a trolley or don't pull the lever to save a person? Like I feel like that's where you're going with this.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
let's see,
Does
let's
the
see.
trolley
Oh,
have a
no.
human inside? Because
Let's
that's both
see.
the human and the car.
A trolley is releasing 100 kilograms of CO2 per year, which will
Oh.
kill 5 people over 30 years. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, hitting a brick wall and decommissioning the trolley. What do you do?
Pull.
Okay,
and
so
hit.
what we need to consider here is how much CO2 does the people driving who would otherwise take the trolley give off?
Wait, one more
Yeah,
time?
that's true.
How much CO2 do the cars that the people drive that would otherwise take the trolley, how much do they give off?
I feel like it's higher. I feel like it's much higher because you can put more people in a single trolley.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I think you should just keep the trolley and keep public transportation.
I see. Yeah, do nothing then. But are can we really assume that there are other cars in this world, or or do we have to think that there's
That's right.
only the
I'm-
trolley
That's true.
exists in that
That's
universe?
true. I do
We
think
live in a
going
universe-
that far is like
Yeah.
probably going beyond what most people are thinking when they do this.
Mhm.
I also think there's like a carbon footprint thing, right? Because because
Mhm.
if that's the premise of the question, is like, oh, environmental damage. Well, if you destroy the trolley, they're gonna build a new one, and that's probably gonna emit a lot more than just the operational costs of a trolley, right?
Yeah.
Or the maintenance costs.
Yeah. But we also got to calibrate. Are we thinking about this more than the average person would think about it?
Yes, because
That is true.
What
That
would
is
the
true.
average non-big brained
Hashtag
person
overthinkers.
say?
Oh my god.
Wait, Millennium, you changed your thing.
I
What
switched-
is that? No!
It's the
No!
retro.
You have such cute emojis. What is this?
It's my guts.
I'm hiding now.
My
I can't
guts
do
so
this.
felt like I need to switch it to the Rickroll for funsies.
We have 10 seconds. What would people say? I think people would say
Hit the
environmental harm bad, and they would destroy the trolley.
Yeah.
I think that they wouldn't destroy the trolley.
I don't think they would destroy the trolley, yeah.
Okay, so
Because I
don't
think cars exist.
Okay. So do nothing is the answer that we've gone with. but
Let's see.
Oh!
What's the choice?
I was right. I was
We,
right.
well,
And
we
we
are such
decided to do nothing.
overthinkers.
Wait, so 30, a lot disagreed with us. So they wanted to hit hit it.
Yeah.
Because
They want
I
to
think
destroy the
people see,
trolley.
oh, CO2, that's
Bad.
bad. We don't want that. We should destroy the
Yeah.
trolley
They
without thinking
didn't-
of the further
They
consequences.
didn't
I think that-
overthink that people are driving.
No, they didn't. They probably also just saw like if you destroy the trolley, 5 people are saved. If you don't destroy the trolley, nothing happens. Or like 5 people die.
Mm,
They probably
Mhm,
thought of it
mhm.
that way.
mhm.
Mm.
Mm.
See, this is the problem. We're just overthinking.
This is beautiful. We can overthink.
We're putting too much thought in this. We gotta put less thought into this.
That's the title of Millennium Stream, right?
Yeah,
3
4
overthinkers.
Trolley for
Wait, I put
overthinkers.
mine as 4 scientists. I'm gonna edit it later.
Yeah, I was thinking of the thumbnail. I was like, yeah, this is a group four overthinkers versus the trolley problem. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
You are a
Overthinking is
reincarnated
competitive
being
sport.
who will
Oh.
eventually be reincarnated as every person in this classic trolley problem. What do you do?
Oh my gosh!
Pull the lever.
Now it's a classic 1v5.
No.
Wait, Karis.
You gotta pull the lever
Karis,
because
you're-
then you only experience it once versus
Yeah,
5 times.
and
Oh,
Karis's
I
plan.
can't read. Yeah, do that.
No. If you pull the lever, then you're destroying all of these
No,
guys.
no,
So you're
you-
only
no,
experiencing it
no,
once.
you're
No.
being
You
reincarnated.
pull the lever, you kill the one person.
You kill one person and then
And then you
5.
reincarnate as one of them, right?
The
Yeah,
six-
yeah, which means that you have just saved 5 of your future lives or 5 of your other lives from getting run over by a
Oh.
trolley.
Also, here.
Yeah,
But these
yeah.
are but these are 5 traumatized lives. Sorry, you were saying something, Milena?
Oh yeah, I was thinking about the 5 people. Then you can now run your channel. One could be streaming, one could be editing videos, one could be cramming a PowerPoint, one could be doing
reincarnation, so-
experiments.
No,
So
no,
all
they
5
reincarnate. It's not at the same time. It's
Wait,
like
Well, we don't
different
actually know.
times.
Does reincarnation work on this version of reincarnation? Does it work on linear time, or is it possible to be reincarnated as 2 different individuals at the same time point?
Hmm.
I think it's implying that you are everybody in the problem at
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
given
yeah.
time point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
But
all
I think
5
ultimately pull the lever.
I think all 5 exist.
Yeah.
But yes, pull lever.
Infinite
Hmm.
Isekai.
Infinite
Reincarnated
Isekai,
trolley?
classic.
Wait,
Whoa. 49.
Well,
Wait,
it's flip.
what?
It's very flip. It's 50-50.
Why?
Why
was this
would
hard
you-
for
what?
them? Why was this hard for them?
I think because probably you're still thinking about the other 5 yous as different people. That's not who I am right now. You're probably prioritizing short term over long term, right?
wait, but
But then
you
that one
are.
person is all like this is you, and then these 6 are eventually you, right? Isn't that the case?
Yeah.
So
Wait, I have to be so real. I don't know what the 51% were thinking. I
Yeah,
think-
why would you do that?
because
Yeah,
like technically
what?
Stop
all of them
thinking that
are
hard
you.
about it.
They're not clones of you. They are like you. So
No,
Yeah,
it's not
I
you,
think this
you
is
though.
just
It's like eventually you, not like now you, right?
so
I
maybe
mean, that's
that's
still-
what the 51 thought.
yeah, they're discounting long term comfort for short term comfort.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's a good way to rationalize why people disagree with us. Yep, I agree.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
feel like
agree.
we're
I
missing
fully
something.
support.
I don't know.
I think we made the objectively right choice here, so that's
I
why
agree.
I'm also like.
Yes. We
I
are
agree.
Yeah.
here.
I think this is a pretty straightforward
Society
one,
is
or
wrong.
it should be straightforward. To be fair, that's a pretty even split.
Yes. It's
Mhm.
Yeah.
But still, 51% were like, actually, I'm gonna run over 5 people instead because why? Because what?
Maybe they just
Or-
like the feeling of being run on by a trolley, I guess. I don't know. I feel like
No,
when
you
think
could
of-
be.
you know what? You're cooking.
Mhm. Yeah.
What is going on? We're
Maybe
delving
they
as
just
we
like-
delve deeper and deeper in this.
Mhm. Who knows? This is why I love psychology. People are weird.
You were
Yeah.
gonna say something, Mylin? Sorry, before I interrupted you.
No.
Okay. Next question. A trolley's headed towards nothing, but you kind of want to prank the trolley driver. What do you do?
Yeah, pull the lever.
Yes,
Pull the
yes.
lever.
Pull the
It's for
lever.
fun.
Pull the
That's
lever.
for fun.
I don't know, man.
That's what
Is this
I mean.
harmless prank? Question mark. I don't think this is.
Question
If I were driving a trolley and all of a sudden I got redirected, I'd freak out. I'd ring all the alarm bells. Help! Help!
Will-
Something's wrong. Something's going on.
Will your
Well, see, the
Amazon
problem
package
is
be
it-
late?
I think the thing is people are just inclined towards mischief, right? It's not they're not gonna
Yes.
think about like, am I traumatizing
Yeah,
this person?
yeah.
We just wanna do the funny thing, especially because we've been hit with so many heavy, like, you're going to
Yeah.
murder people.
Yeah.
Just pull the lever and
Pull the lever.
Pull it.
Do the
wrong
funny.
lever!
We're gonna
Pull
do
the
the funny.
lever.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Yeah, 65.
65.
They didn't want to
Yeah.
the trolley driver. I wanted 80.
I feel bad for the trolley driver. Like, you're just going around minding your own business. All of a sudden, you almost think like, because if that malfunction happens to you while you're on the job, you might think like, "Oh my god, what's gonna happen now? Am I gonna crash into something?" You don't know that you won't crash into anything, but your only thought in your head would be like, "Oh god, this is not the intended path. What's happening?"
Yeah, and as
Maybe
somebody
I'm
who
thinking
takes
too
the
much
train
into it.
pretty often, I'm pretty sure that would disrupt the entire train schedule for the entire day, causing massive delays. But it was funny.
Mm. It was funny.
It was
It's
funny.
just the prank. It was just the
That is-
prank. It was just the prank.
That is true.
We can make a TikTok out of this, that's for sure. Okay, next question.
Publicity.
A trolley's headed towards a good citizen. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over someone who litters instead. What do you do?
Oh, this is exactly like the last where we have like
Ah.
limited information and yeah.
But they don't
Bad
have a
citizen.
bribe. Compared to the normal person versus the rich person, this one, the good citizen that isn't bribing us. Meanwhile, the bad citizen is littering.
Yeah, I think the top track. I mean, just it's again like if you pose this problem to anybody and they are given limited information, they would just choose based off of what they know in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Society would
So
I think-
run over the litterer.
I
Yeah,
think
I mean,
so.
anyways, I feel like there is going to be a fatality.
Yeah, and I think at this point, the people going through this have been through so many trolley problems, they're no longer considering whether taking action versus doing inaction is a thing. They're just picking between two options.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
They could be so
It is
desensitized to
kinda-
the whole like making decision and taking
Yeah.
and making choices that they're like, well, I've already inserted myself in the situation, and because of that, they might like lean more towards maybe consequentialist outcomes.
Yeah, I think especially because like the last one was so silly, it's no longer about like by taking action, I'm taking a life. It's just like, haha, silly choice.
Yeah, I think
Is this-
also it's kind of unfortunate that you're literally Eggy was like you're literally forfeiting your life for littering.
Yeah.
But it's again like we have such limited information. And yeah, you're
Mhm.
right. I feel like we have become desensitized as this game has progressed.
It is the 22nd, I think. The 22nd choice.
23rd, yeah.
So that's why.
Mhm.
Mm.
So we're hitting
Should
the
have kept the
Alright.
streets clean. Sorry, Buckaroo.
Oh my God.
hashtag.
Well, we're making a bigger mess in the process.
Yeah, 82.
82%
Yeah.
too.
What?
Called it.
Yes. Again,
It
this
was
is
the
less
23rd.
people disagreeing than the Amazon package question. Just
Yep,
bear that
yep.
in mind.
God.
Oh,
That question is just gonna live rent free in my head for the rest of.
that one is crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They
The
wanted
The question
their
made
Amazon
sense. The
package
results
fast.
made no sense. Oh. Someone asked, "What if the bad person reforms after?" Well, I'm sorry. They should have thought about
Before
one
this
day being
situation.
tied to a trolley
Yeah.
situation
Well,
and
they
being
were too
judged
late.
for their
Years.
crimes at the moment and reformed earlier.
Are we
Exactly.
gonna
There's
get the
no
chance to
way.
run over the person who's tying all these people to the track? Like, is
hope
that a
so.
thing we're gonna get to do?
I think
Don't
that
litter,
happened.
folks.
That happened right with the stream Z and I did. We were at some point we were thinking like, is Mr. Calculator going to be on the track at some point, and then it happened somewhere. So we were like, oh yes.
Mm.
I wonder if it's gonna be us versus the person who's tying people to the tracks, because like ultimately we are the ones presiding over life and death.
Mm.
Mhm. They're gonna tie us to the tracks.
Oh
We've
no.
already done that a couple
Not
of
ju- and
times.
it doesn't just say you. It says like all of our names.
It's like the drawing
my
that Mylan
gosh.
made.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
the drawing that Mylan made.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Next.
Next.
Due to a construction error, a trolley is stuck in an eternal loop. If you pull the lever, the trolley will explode, and if you don't, the trolley and its passengers will go in circles for eternity.
Oh,
This is that one episode of It Invaded.
so it's like
Obscure
life.
anime reference.
Wait, how big is the trolley? Because I think like the passengers could live very fulfilling lives within the trolley itself.
But
Is
what
there
if
food and water?
Yeah,
Initially,
like if there's
no.
food and water. If not, like I feel like, like starvation is like an absolutely horrible suffering.
you just end?
Um,
Oh, now this is similar to the other one where you can make it go faster if you pull it. If we're assuming that
This is
they're just gonna
Snowpiercer.
starve.
Yeah.
No, but they're
It's-
gonna
Yeah, it's
explode
like-
though. This is a violent explosion.
It's either
I think people won't pull the lever.
just keep
Wait.
keep going.
Oh.
The suffering though, as
Wait.
they become hungry and eventually
Wait, but
die.
it says for eternity, which makes me feel like maybe they're just in like some
They just
time
become-
loop or something inside the trolley. Yeah, it
Or they
implies
become
that they
immortal.
won't starve.
Are
I
they
don't
happy?
think people
Yeah, I
are gonna
mean-
pull the lever.
But then would they live a fulfilling life inside the trolley? Versus
Well,
if
maybe
we're
they
getting
can like
married.
communicate with other people. Like maybe what if they become like streamers or whatever? Like I feel like
is there
full-time
internet?
Then, then we gotta blow it up. We gotta blow it up right now. They become content creators. Oh no, we gotta destroy this.
oh no.
You know, Bobo has brought up a great point, which is that this would be a free perpetual motion machine for power generation.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
wait, that could actually
Okay,
benefit
okay.
society
Okay.
and create streamers.
Creating streamers via trolleys.
No,
The
anything
trolley
but
tuber, yeah.
that. Okay, I think we've voted to let the trolley, the
Eternally
trolley
go on.
tubers live.
Oh, oh! They wanted an
Whoa.
I guess they weren't
explosion.
thinking about like perpetual motion energy generation.
I think they were thinking about just end this suffering now. Something like that.
Why would the average person not think about that?
Mm.
They
Don't
were
they
thinking
know
about
how
the
valuable
trolley
this would be?
VTubers.
I think you've answered your own question.
They're not overthinkers.
If we knew that there were trolley VTubers in there, I might consider pulling it. But otherwise, I think I will let them go as well.
Are we
I
trolley
would so
VTubers
watch
now?
a trolley VTuber.
Oh God, we're
Trolley
trolley VTubers
tubers.
now.
We've become part of the problem.
See the trolley?
Are we the
Yes.
trolley?
Are we the trolley?
This is us going in circles right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Forever. Oh my
Forever.
God. Okay. Speaking of forever, a trolley's headed towards your worst enemy. You can pull the lever to
Oh.
divert the trolley and save them, or you can do nothing and no one will ever know.
Oh, I
What do you
think
do?
it's society.
I would not. I don't think society would either. I feel like
I
there's
think society might, honestly.
Might
really.
what,
I
like
feel
society
hit
like
the
would, actually.
person.
the guilt of like killing somebody, like you have to live with that for the rest of your life.
Yeah, hear me out.
But this
There's-
is your worst enemy, though.
it's
Yeah.
there's another thing. Let them live, and then you keep telling them like I kept you alive. Yeah, like so you so that it's like eternally. So it's a much more
Blackmail.
painful. Yeah, it's
Blackmail
a much more
Millennium
painful.
returns.
Yeah, it's a much more
Have you
painful
watched
way of
Breaking
living.
Bad, perchance? Can I reference something in Breaking Bad?
I think I watched a
Watch
few
a
episodes.
few
of it.
episodes.
A few episodes.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
damn it, never mind. There's like it's basically one of the characters later intentionally leaves their worst enemy alive
Yes.
just to like
see?
torture them and make their
Yeah.
life like worse.
Exactly. So it's worse compared to the just killing them. It's like
Hmm.
pain during that time versus you extend their pain for the remaining years of their life. You keep on telling them like, I kept you alive. I could have killed you, but I chose to be a good person compared to you, who's very mean.
But
not
maybe
gonna
like
lie.
they don't care. Maybe you don't have the power to like hold them hostage or whatever. They
Yeah,
can
I
just
was
go
gonna
on
say.
for free, right? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think my worst enemy would not care. My worst enemy would just be like, "Oh, thanks, bro," and then go on with their life and forget I exist.
But keep them tied to the
I know.
track.
Maybe I'm biased because I don't think I have like a worst enemy. So I feel like I think I wouldn't do. Like I wouldn't just
What
kill
would
like a
people
random
do? Would
think
people, if they could
society as a
choose to kill
whole-
anyone, would they do it?
I
think they
think
would.
so,
Aw.
especially at this point in the number of trolley problems, like 25 in, I think, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's see
Okay.
what happens.
Oh,
Oh.
we're correct,
Oh,
but it was
that's
close.
split.
52%.
That is split.
Okay.
That's pretty split.
Yeah, that's surprising.
I mean, like, my worst enemy, I don't have like, because when I was thinking of this problem, or not was like, because it was just now, but when I'm thinking
Yeah.
of this problem, like the thing that okay, I'm not gonna name any names, but like I wasn't thinking of someone I knew in my personal life as my worst enemy, because like, everyone I know in my personal life are like great people. Most of them are
Yeah.
great people, and anyone who's not so great is not someone I just like associate with at all, so I don't even see them, so it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter. So when I'm thinking worst enemy, I'm thinking like, oh, this is like a horrible person in the world that I could just pick. Like I could just pick anyone, and if I could do that, I would be more than happy to run them over.
Someone in
nobody
chat
knew.
was like, A, the astrologer.
I don't
But
think
A
that would
versus
kill A.
Z?
I'm not gonna lie. I think A would live.
A would emerge unscathed and
Exactly.
be even
Oh,
A would
no.
survive.
and believe even more strongly in astrology.
No.
Your attempts to kill me have only made me stronger.
Mhm. Mhm.
I think yeah, like that's why, because I didn't know anyone in my life that I would want to be on that track. But I could like imagine people where I would think, maybe it would be like objectively a good thing if they
Mhm.
were hit by a trolley. I don't know. I'm not naming any names, but maybe.
But keep them alive. It's a much more painful, experience for them compared to just ending their suffering right then. What if they had debt or something? Like you just extend that kind of torture.
I'm sure we're all thinking about names that we're not dropping right now, but
Yes. I mean, no. Why would I do that? That would be
Anyways, next question.
Next.
Next question. A trolley is headed towards a person and will lower their lifespan by 50 years. You can pull the lever to divert the trolley and lower the lifespan of 5 people by 10 years each instead. What do you do?
I think pull the lever because 50 years is like, I mean,
lot.
nowadays, like half of an individual's lifespan. Or
Yeah.
even what is the average life expectancy? Like, I think it's like
Depends.
80 or something. Or depends from place to place.
And like
There are some places at 60, 65, or 70. So if they're like on
In
the
that
30s
case-
or 40s, if you eliminate them, that's gonna put them at a negative. So
yeah, kill them right
I
now.
think that, yeah, pull the lever, I think is the move.
So if we pull the lever, we lower the lifespan of 5 people by 10 years.
yes.
It is affecting
Yeah.
5 people though, rather than it just affecting one person.
That's true.
But
But-
I think the 50 years is like such a
harsh.
long time. Like this person would probably only live to like 20 to 30 or something.
Yeah,
So
I
we're
don't
pulling.
know. That's a hard one.
But society?
Pulling.
What do we think
society?
people would do? Would people pull?
I think people would pull the
Pull.
lever.
They're mathing
Yeah.
the math. Hopefully, at
Torg
least.
is right. This is the baby versus the elderly question
Yes.
again.
Yeah. I think everyone in chat that I've seen so far is like pulling the lever is better. Or like, are they even going to notice 10 years? That's like probably within normal variation anyways.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that is within the like
Yeah.
realm of error, but yeah.
So this is the baby and these are the elderly. The elderly people probably had 10 years to live, whereas the baby could have had like 50 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess that's the decision.
Yeah. So we're
All right.
No.
It's the 10
All
years.
right.
We're
which-
running over the elderly.
Yes.
Oh,
I like
that
I
the
was-
like that
effect.
they didn't go splat. I like that they just
Yay.
kind of grew wrinkles.
Yeah.
62% of people agreed. And now they're a little older,
Yeah.
they're a little wrinklier,
Yeah.
but they're okay.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fine.
They're fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
Would you
Besides-
be
so,
happy
like-
if you were one of the people here?
In the
Well,
5.
this is weird because I was thinking it took that off the end of your lifespan, but it looks like it aged
time
you by
skipped
10
you.
years
Yeah.
instantly.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which I
But-
feel like those are two different things.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Those weren't my last 10 years. Those are like the 10 good
The
years
incoming
that they took
10
away from me.
years.
Hold on, what?
It's the incoming 10 years. So you
Hmm.
go from like, let's say, I don't know. Oh, if you were like 20 on the 26 or something and you turn into like a 36 suddenly, that's a horrible jump in a way. Versus the one, was it Mylan or Z who said like chucking at the end, remove the 10.
Mhm.
Those are very different
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
That is true.
How would you
But
know
I
what
think
your life
50
has
years is
until
still
you die
jarring.
anyways?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
50 years is a
Yeah.
lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if it just killed that one person then. Because, like, in terms of lifespan wise.
Mhm.
You would
I do
age.
think
Imagine if you aged 50 years. How would you feel if you instantly aged 50
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
take
that's
you to the
very
hospital
jarring.
That's gonna be
immediately.
tough.
Mhm.
God, I don't know. Would I even want to at that point? Would I even want to continue on? I'd be like, oh, my
Oh,
bones are extra creaky and old. I'm already like 60, but then if I add 50 to that, oh
that's
boy,
110.
I'm not making it out of the bed. Okay. Next one. A trolley is headed towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sending the trolley into the future to kill 5 people 100 years from now. What do you do?
So it's either kill now or kill later. Okay.
Oh,
I
I
think that
think maybe
people
later, because I feel like I don't know. I feel like visually seeing like 5 people dying like right now would be really jarring.
I agree.
Yeah, and I think like the general thing of like people are probably discounting the future and focusing on the moment. I think they'll pull
Yes.
the lever.
The future
Mm-mm.
part is
Yeah.
too detached, so I think society would be like thinking, okay, let's save these
Yeah.
5 now in
Yeah.
front of us.
Yeah.
We're saving the 5 now
We're
by killing the
saving.
5 in the future.
Yep.
Vroom.
Yep.
Wow. Okay,
Yep.
that was pretty solid. Postpone. Yeah, you gotta procrastinate. Yeah.
We're procrastinating our
even-
trolley problem.
Even killing
This is
or
me when I
saving
snooze an email. It's just
the read later.
I'll deal with it in 100 years.
yeah. I'll
Time
be
machine
dead by
it.
then. Then I won't have to deal with it.
Ah,
This is helping me understand why the world is at its current state, huh?
Yep. Yep.
Yup.
Whatever, this isn't my problem. Who cares?
Yeah.
The future is not now, the future is later, and I am now here, and I'm happy. The next, and I believe the final question, I think, because I remember looking this up
This
the
is
other day, and I think it was 28.
28?
Yeah.
Oh, 28.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
this is
okay.
Oh.
okay.
Okay.
This is
Were you
scary.
gonna say
What's
something?
gonna happen next? No.
It's 2 trolleys, because we put it in the future, right? So now it's like 2. No,
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Final problem. Oh no, a trolley is playing up before you. Do you actually have a choice in this situation? Or has everything been predetermined since the
no.
universe began?
No, not
Leave
like
this to
I don't have a
Karis.
no.
Leave
choice.
this
I
is
don't
Karis'
have a
problem.
choice.
All right, Karis.
This is
What
your
do you
problem,
think?
Do we
buddy.
have free
Do
will?
we have free will?
Free
You're the
will.
philosopher. You tell us.
Oh god, no.
All right,
Most of the
Karis.
philosophers I have talked to have all unanimously agreed that we have some form of free will. Because if you don't believe that you do have any free will at all, and there's kind of like you're either a hardcore determinist, I think is the term, or you swing in the other way where you believe in free will and free choice and agency in life. Most people believe that like this is a spectrum, that it could never be at the end of determinism. It could never be that you have no free choice, because if that's the case, then you couldn't do any meaningful philosophy with that. And I feel as though they're biased because they're philosophers, and and they want
Yeah.
free will to be real. And so do I think all of us. I think we are all biased to want free will to exist, even if it weren't the case. And so the philosophers are not helpful, is what I'm trying to say, because they've
That's
got an agenda to maintain. And although one could not rationally argue against the potentiality of determinism, one would nonetheless be inclined to stick their flag in the other side of the fence and go, no, we have some agency and choice, because otherwise ethics isn't real and nothing is real, and then it's all predetermined from the beginning. I believe this is a problem in physics as well, isn't it? Z?
I think like a little, but Yeah. This is very
We
very
have,
deep.
if it was a choice, but with and only some choice, then technically you kind of have a choice. Maybe.
I think most people think they have a
Uh,
choice.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I
think
think
people want to believe they have a choice
Mm-mm.
as well.
Mm-mm.
I think it doesn't like I think people want to believe that they have a choice, and I think at the end of the day it doesn't really, I wouldn't say it doesn't matter, but like your day-to-day life does not change really, because you will still
Yeah.
make decisions, and those
Ye-
decisions may have been pre-laid out or whatever, but in that moment you are the one making that decision.
Yeah.
And like
Mm.
Yeah.
effectively it doesn't matter. This outcome's going to be the same regardless of whether it's something you chose or whether you had no free will in the matter. So
Yeah.
Do you
Mhm.
guys
Mhm.
swing on the opposite side completely, where you think everything is a product of agency and choice? Probably not, right?
no.
Because you're all
Mm.
scientists.
Yeah, no.
You kind of have to believe that there's some level
Yeah.
of determinism to do science, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially with grants. Yeah.
So what part
Like
of
I
you would you say is like you, and what part of you is like the products, the culmination of your being that's existed throughout, time in
I
your
mean,
time
I
and
think
before your time?
The nature versus nurture
I
part.
mean, yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I think like we are the product of sort of our environment. I like for instance, like I'm a really strong believer of you kind of become the people you surround yourself with. Um and so maybe there is like a pretty big like nurture component. I mean nature component, sorry. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not the philosopher.
well that would be nurture. Nature would be like genetics and stuff like that. Nurture is like the people around
Oh,
you.
nurture is your environment.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
that is nurture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. I feel like the dominoes have been played out and they've been pushed, and maybe I'm part of that chain, but at the same time, um, I don't think I determine the future, but I do think I have some sway and influence over it. I think I have likewise I have sway and influence over the current, like the present, not just the future, right?
Mhm.
Mm.
Because otherwise, I think if you truly believed that there was no choice, then you don't exist, right? Like you, not like your body and your
Your
human being, but
identity.
you as the person, you don't exist if you genuinely believe you are nothing more and you are not capable of anything more than being a cog in the machine or a
Mm.
domino in the whole chain of everything, and think, well, I'm just, the universe exerting itself and moving forward. Like
Mm.
you could say that, you could argue that, maybe you could do it really well if you're a philosophy major, but then could you really live your life as if that were the case? I just don't think so. I sincerely doubt that
Mm.
you could live your life as if there was no free will. You would have to live like even if you said something, your actions would betray your actual genuine thought, if there were any. Hopefully there is, where you make decisions, you make choices, and I think that's really important.
Yeah, I think life would be kind of sad, like if I think people want to believe that we
We have a
have free
choice.
will.
Yes.
Yeah, and like I think it would be really sad to live a life in which you don't believe we have free will, because would you even take pride in the decisions that you make, or like have confidence
Yeah.
in the decisions that you make?
Mhm.
Wow, this was deep.
I think it's the it's like the self angle wherein you're like, did I'm choosing this like action right now, and that means the consequences that happen after this is of my doing as well. But then if you think that
Mhm.
none of it's like, if that wasn't your choice in a way, or if none of it got like matters, then you're like, well, should I still choose if it's not the thing that I wanted to choose in a way? So yeah, whoa,
Mm.
this is deep.
I want to go a step
So I
further and say that you always have a choice. It's not just that, you
mm,
at some moments in your life you make decisions. I think at every moment of your life you can always make a decision. It may seem
mhm,
sometimes perhaps depressingly when stuff is out of your control and you can't make decisions because the maybe like bigger, more important people are making decisions for you. But I don't think that that's true. I think, maybe other people might have more sway and power and influence or whatever, but you always at least have choices to make in regards to maybe how you respond to something that happens to you, how you react, how you choose to um answer the world when they give you that question. Like, I think there's always a choice to be made. It may not seem like a choice that would impact millions of people every time when you make that choice, and it sucks to think at some points in your life that, oh, I have no choice and nothing I do
Mhm.
matters and everything I do is worthless and meaningless because I can't do this one thing or whatever. And I understand that emotional state really deeply, but you have to tell yourself you always have a choice. You can always choose to keep going, and that's so much more important than being swayed by the doomerism, maybe the nihilism,
Mm.
the pessimism of, I don't know, I give up, I have no choice in the matter. You do, you always have a choice. Believe that you have a choice. I
Yes.
reach through the screen and poke my finger at you.
So I guess I have a
Sorry,
choice is the correct response then. Yeah.
I think it's the only
I
one.
have a
Because if
All
you
choice.
right,
clicked I
let's
don't have a
see.
choice, what decision did you make? How did you click this one
Oh,
if you didn't click it?
oh
This
my
is the only
gosh.
impossible answer in this whole thing.
Let's go. I have a choice.
All right, let's
Period.
go.
You always have a choice. 36% of people have no choice.
Oh,
No.
That's
no.
crazy.
After that big speech,
No.
Yeah, I
too.
know,
How did that big speech star?
right?
Oh, what
After
a
all
note.
that.
Mhm.
Well, well, well. Is this the
The
last
failings
one?
of philosophy. I
Yeah.
believe this is it, yeah.
Wait, I want to see
The
the next
failings of
screen with
philosophy.
if they show the.
If they're like plot
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
if they
twist.
show our
happens? Let's see.
stats.
You have solved
Yep.
philosophy.
Philosophy.
Congratulations.
Let's go. We
What's the
won.
save count?
Yes.
What's the save count though?
Yay.
I
I
don't know
don't
what the
think we
save
get
count
that.
is.
I
I
think
just
we
know
just
the
get the
kill
kill
count
count.
is 65.
That's funny.
Is that 65 people, or are we counting the trolleys? Like,
Hmm.
the
They should
lobsters,
have
are
counted
they
the
in there?
damages, yeah, and the lobsters as well. They should have done
Yeah.
that. Are the 5
Yeah.
lobsters included in this? We don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
So trolleys and lobsters.
Mhm.
What else did we kill? I forget. Like future people, I
Yeah.
think, in 100 years. We can add that in the future.
Mhm.
Yeah, these are really absurd.
That was
But
fun.
Oh.
yeah, no, it was a lot of
Mhm.
fun. Yeah.
Yes.
We did it. We solved philosophy, and I didn't
We
even need to do my PhD
yippee!
for it.
Yippee!
Congratulations. Maybe they should
Let's
give you one now.
go. Yes.
Yes.
Take a screenshot of this, send it to like the
Yeah, let's
faculty.
go.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah.
I did it.
You did it. Good work.
Yes. All right.
All right.
For those of you who are watching on my end, if you go, I'm gonna send my Twitch link. We're gonna raid Sid Heresy, who's doing soldering stuff. So feel
Ooh.
free to join in that. But do you guys have any like last minute announcements? And again, like please go check out everybody's channel. It's linked in the YouTube description of the video. You guys are all amazing. Thank you for making this collab happen. This was so sick.
Thank you as
Thank
well.
you. I have a
Thank
quick
you.
announcement that I'm
Mhm.
hopefully sometime this week going to release a trolley problem video. I go
Ooh.
over the original
Ooh.
paper by Philippa Foot. And a lot of what we know about the trolley problem is not based on that original paper. It's based on papers that have been written afterwards. And so not a lot of people know the context and like the history of the original by Philippa Foot. So I'm gonna make a video covering that. And it's gonna be
Oh, that's
hopefully very
exciting.
interesting.
Oh, wait, that's so cool. Wait, yes.
I'm definitely checking that out. Everybody should check it
Yeah.
out when it comes out.
Please drop it when it's done. That's so cool.
Are you gonna be doing
Yes.
it
Thank
like
you. And I hope
live
everyone
or a
enjoys
video
it
video?
eventually when I finish it. It's a
Oh.
video. It's a video. It's
Got it.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'll also send it on my Discord when it's out for the Orbeez, so you won't miss it.
If anyone's interested. Anyways, yeah, that's all I have to announce. What about everyone else?
I am going to be collabing with Super Kim VT next week. We are continuing our research paper write-up. I'm not sure if I'll be streaming twice next weekend, but I will keep you all updated. But yes, I'm also planning to raid, so I just dropped the message.
Yeah.
And yeah, any other announcements?
For
I'm
me-
gonna be coming out with the video soon. Sorry.
No problem. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be coming out with a video soon on how to demystifying letters of recommendation for graduate applications. So look
Yes,
forward to
I'm so
Yes.
excited for this one.
And for me, I have a future Hololive cover. Like I was just reviewing one of the drafts
Ooh.
today, and I was like, so that's why I sent a mini spoiler as well. Still deciding when to drop it, if ever. But yeah, so that's the thing. Excited for it.
Yay! Wait, that's so epic.
It's like when you Kagebunshin yourself into the different Power Rangers forms. That's what happens.
That is very cool.
Nice.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you all
All
for joining
right.
me
Thank you for
in
having
this
us.
Thank you for
ridiculous thought
having us.
experiment.
No, it was fun.
Yeah, thank you for having
much
us.
Thank you.
And this my
Thank you,
first
everyone.
time having this many Fugies as well. Bye.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Everybody.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.